Hello?
Hello, everyone.
What up, everybody? Good morning. Happy hump day. We're here early. Oh, yeah. No, there's the meetings today. I think, like Beach said, I think it's only a few more days. Hey, Beach. Beach said to the 7th. I think the 7th was the last day. So we'll get a couple more besides this one. They'll have one for Friday, and then I guess one Tuesday, and that'll be it for an entire fucking month. Man, I need to get a job over there, bro. Just doing nothing, sitting back, eating all day. People start talking, I gotta pay attention. Just go in the back, start eating, go back, smoke a joint or something. Just saying, man. Oh, perfect timing too. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go.
After 10 Wednesday morning, we have a full house and presentations this morning.
Oh, why do we have
So
presentations on a fucking Wednesday?
Please make your way to the floor, members of the council.
Okay, hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me out, because we don't need to hear them. Presentations on a Wednesday. I still don't think this is the last one, right, Beach? Friday is a holiday, then they're off on the 7th. So is today the last one? Is that why? Let me know. Is this the last one we're watching for a month? Because then it makes sense. Because otherwise I'm starting to think, they're integrating the presentations on days they shouldn't be. Today is the last one. Okay, so all right. So we'll see. Pig just showed up. She's in there. She shoehorned herself in. Oh, we got music playing now. Old Milk Dud. I'm on to you, Milk Dud. And so the people. You ain't gonna have another term of nothing. You gonna be gone soon enough, Milk Dud. Where's your Erica? I don't know. She maybe show up soon enough. But today is also the first day they are required to take phone comments again? When did you hear that? What? I didn't hear nothing of that. You're lying. You're telling me they brought back telephonic comment and they didn't say nothing about it? I didn't hear nothing about that. Website says the 3rd, Art says. Daniel has it on a post? Oh, okay. Well, I believe Daniel Gus. He don't lie about nothing. So something must have happened. Who's this dude right here? We're all close, taking pics, zooming in, taking some pics. Okay. Finding out what's going on. So shout out to Daniel Gus. Daniel Gus at Substack.com. You can find him there. So that's awesome. That's it. Paging Jason Jenkins is right.
Jason Jenkins?
Where the fuck is Jason at? It's probably too early for Jason. Jay's asleep. Oh, Stinks is here now. Old Fat Boy Slim just rolled in. Hi, Shelly. How are you? HB 707 goes in effect today. What I'm wondering now, Beej, is what made them bring it back? You know, were they forced to? Did somebody sue them over it? You know, like Spindler or Herman or Daniel Gus? Did somebody fucking legitimately sue them over it? I mean, I hope so. I mean, if we're going to lose our money anyways, I'd rather it go to those three that I just mentioned than to some randos. Still on the music. They were forced, but not sure the specifics. Of course, because it's against the law. It's a Brown Act violation.
The first day of
That's
July
awesome.
in the
Thank
year
you, Beach, for letting me know.
2026,
You're so awesome. Thank
the
you.
last day of LA City Council before summer recess. Public comment for this morning's meeting will be taken in this council chamber as well as telephonically. Because of state law.
Because of state law.
Madam Clerk, begin our proceedings by calling the roll.
His face didn't seem too fucking happy because of state law. Look, did you see that Milk Dud face? Did you see Milk Dud's face when he said that?
11 members present
state law, I gotta abide by state law. We're gonna
First
abide
order of
by the
business.
law.
Approval of the minutes
Aw.
of June 30th, 2026.
I hope
Councilmember
Jason
Hernandez
calls him
moves.
and
Councilmember
gives him a
Soto
Figueroa
Marti-
fucking
Councilmember Rodriguez
lashing.
seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Blumenfield
I hope
moves.
so.
Councilmember Hutt seconds.
I hope
Um,
everybody 3-8 Shrimp calls
Can we
in.
walk through our agenda?
Daniel
Thank
Gus.
you, Mr.
I
President.
want them all calling
Actually,
in.
would the council like all items on today's agenda to go forthwith?
We would like all items on today's agenda to go forthwith.
In fact,
Thank you.
I'm
Items 1 through
gonna call
27
in
are
and put a
items noticed for
recorded
public
call
hearing.
of
For item
Eric
number 1, the
Previn.
tabulated
Just
value
for
of the
old
opposing
time's
ballots
sake.
cast
Rest
does not
in peace
exceed
to
the
Eric. We
tabulated
miss
value
you,
of
Eric.
the supporting ballots cast, 79.46% to 20.54%. Thus, a majority protest is found not to exist, and the proposed establishment of the Hooper Commons Business Improvement District may be authorized at this time. For item number 2, the tabulated value of the opposing ballots cast does not exceed the tabulated value of the supporting ballots cast, 83.63% to 16.37%. Thus, a majority protest is found not to exist, and the proposed establishment of the Fashion District Business
Cali girl?
Improvement District
What's up,
may
Tony?
be authorized at this time. Items 28 through 85
You
are
know,
items for which public
let's
hearings
call it in.
have been held.
I don't know if he
86
knows
through
it's
123
back on, Tom.
are items for which public hearings have not
I
been
didn't
held.
talk to anybody
10
about
votes are
it.
required for consideration.
I didn't know it was happening until Beach told me.
All right, without objection, those items are now before
I
us.
had
It
no
looks
idea.
like we have a number of specials on the board. We'll begin with
I
Mr.
figured
Nazarian to
at
my
some
far
point
left.
it would have to come back, but
Thank you, Council President.
didn't know why today.
Let's receive and file items 11, 13.
Did any of you guys see the two idiots that climbed the Empire State Building this morning? Did any of you see that? Untethered. Literally climbed the top, and I don't mean the top of it. I mean the top of the lightning rod. All the way to the lightning rod with no tether. So both of these idiots, a guy and girl, could have fell off. But they're both in custody. And yeah, there you go.
Right? Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call items 38,
They've been breaking the
93,
law.
and
It's old Milk Dud
118 special for a
with his
separate
woke
vote.
mug.
I also have
You
an
know how
amendment
Democrats
and
are. They're all
comments for item
thieves.
81. And lastly,
And they're
I have
all
an
just
amendment
pieces
for
of
items
shit.
82
Anti-American
and
motherfuckers.
116
That's an
that should
anti-American.
be
Both of these are
circulating shortly.
anti-American motherfuckers. Both of these motherfuckers.
All right.
I bet you they hate the American flag. It makes them melt
On the
inside.
side. All right, Councilmember
It
Yaroslavsky.
makes them melt.
Council President, I'd like to call 84 for a friendly amendment.
And look at
to
all
get a
the
report
look at
back.
all the colored shirts in there.
Um,
Yesterday we had all the purples. Now we have the yellows and the greens.
Oh, I'd like
All
to
the
call
NGOs
82
flooding the
report,
room so nobody else can make it in and talk.
And that's it.
All right, Councilmember Hernandez.
Same way of cutting the cord on the
Council
phone
President,
line.
I would like to call items 38, 79,
Hey, the pig is here.
81, and 103 special for a separate vote, and comments for 121.
Oh, is she getting like a hunchback
All
now?
right, Councilmember
Jesus
Rodriguez.
Christ, girl.
Item
Fuck.
82 and 118 for a separate vote.
All right,
Yeah,
Councilmember
recipes,
Blumenfield.
Eric President.
And item 19.
He was a real
ask that we
fighter.
Receive and file that lien.
19.
19.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you.
All right, Councilmember Park.
Thank you, Council President. Can we hold 114 at the desk, please?
114 until after public comment.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Mucinex Cholo.
And any other specials members? I thought I saw Padilla, but it's not here. No? Okay. All right. Any other special members? Any other specials? All right. No other specials?
Yeah, they're already
Madam
in
Clerk,
custody, Christopher. They got him.
I'll
in
give
custody
90
already.
seconds
They came
to
down.
allow you to count all that up before we
All for nothing.
vote on the items that are available.
Thank you. Before the 90 seconds starts, can I confirm, Councilmember Yaroslavsky, for your two items, are your motions verbals right now, or are you circulating a written copy? Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, Eric? Ian was looking for you. He's here somewhere.
And members, while the clerk is seeing which items are available to vote, because we are now operating under the remote public comment rules for under SB 707, would ask that you please get the amendments in as quickly as possible. We will, if you recall, when we had remote public comment, would read those into the record. We will need to do so again. So
yes.
the sooner we get those in, the better. Thank
We
you.
actually have to, do it by the law. Legally, You fucking
While we're waiting on the
pumpkin-headed
clerk, I
fucking
want
punk.
to yield the floor to Councilmember
I know.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
for a
thank you,
special
Hibbity
announcement.
Hoo. Thank you. Thank you for giving it all up for me. Where
colleagues.
Brother Akili at?
Today I rise
Where you at,
to
Brother
represent
Akili?
the heroism that was exhibited just about 2 weeks ago now. During our World Cup watch parties, there was a circumstance in which
This chick saved
an
somebody's life.
individual, a Good Samaritan, stopped a gunman who was firing up in the air.
She put a
And
tourniquet on the
there was a
gunman.
moment that went viral that I saw on social media and wanted to take the opportunity to bring this officer in to recognize their heroism and steadiness in the wake of sheer mayhem of that incident. But it was at the watch party that happened in Koreatown. It was
course.
a beautiful event.
Another
by the way.
pendejo
I
bringing
wanna
his gun
underscore that,
for no
Councilmember Hutt.
reason
It
to a
was-
soccer party.
The crowd was electric,
Thanks,
high
pendejo.
energy, and they were
Órale.
just as they were in my district and across the city. There were people that were there celebrating and having a wonderful time with their families. But it
Ian,
doesn't
let's
stop
go.
one individual
Ian.
from causing mayhem in those situations. And so LAPD Officer Helen Zhang was
Thank you, Ian.
there
You rock,
in
buddy.
attendance
Thank you for the
along
dono
with,
as well.
Captain
You rock.
Rachel Rodriguez from Olympic Division. And I also want to acknowledge Captain Ryan Lee, who is here, and Commander Hamed Mohammadi. And when the bystander and the Good Samaritan who interfered with the individual that was brandishing the weapon and shooting up in the air, it was Officer Zhang who sprinted into action without missing a beat. When the bystander, Mr. Luis Romero, who was there joining this event with his family, stopped that perpetrator, he was shot in the leg. And it was Officer Zhang who quickly administered aid to this individual, applying a tourniquet, very calmly, very efficiently, just went into work.
Yeah, no.
strapped
Robert,
off
the
that
story
bleed
never really went
and
out
saved
because the
man.
shooter wasn't a white guy.
Because
That's why.
it would have been no,
It was Latino on a Latino
certainly
shooting
we
each
would have,
other.
Sadly seen,
One
I
idiot
think,
bringing a
a
gun
much
out while
worse
everybody was
situation.
celebrating. Then he
But
shot the one guy who
combination of
tried
the
to
Good
stop him.
Samaritan and
So
her
that's not a
quick-
good story.
quick
If it was a
response,
white guy who
from her
shot people,
training,
it would have been all over
applying
everywhere, Robert.
life-saving
And that's when you
skills
would have saw it.
is why we still have Mr. Luis Romero
It's
with
quiet.
us today. And
When certain
on
people
behalf
are
of
the
city of
shooters.
Los Angeles, you know, we know that in emergencies, and these are the emergencies that all of our
What about the
first
trans
responders
shooter in San
prepare
Diego
for,
at the
but
mosque?
sometimes you just
Heard it
never
for a
know
day
when
or
that
two and
moment is
then
really going to go into practice. What I admired and saw and observed
Don't wanna hear
in the
that no
footage that
more.
I saw on the news was
That boat
someone
don't
with
float.
incredible calm under pressure, applying those life-saving skills, and shortly thereafter just going on to make sure that she helped to calm the rest of the crowd in the wake of that situation. And so on behalf
White
of the
shooter
very
bad.
great city,
Minority
I just
shooter,
wanted to commend you, Officer Zhang, for representing, I think, the very best of what we want to see in our officers for protecting the public, but
Keep the
applying
narrative
that
low.
very calm response and life-saving skills in that moment. And so on behalf of the
Hi,
city
Allison.
of Los Angeles, I just wanted to commend you and thank you and celebrate
And this
you,
chick did a
Officer
great
Zhang.
job.
4 years into
She
this
saved that
department,
dude's
I think
life.
she's got a hell of
Everybody
a
else was
career
standing
ahead of her.
around. She was
Congrats.
over there fucking put a tourniquet on. You could see it. She was cranking that tournament so hard, and I'm sure home dude was like,
Councilwoman and
but he saved his
Officer
life.
Zhang, we've got a couple members
Saved his
on the
life.
queue while you all are taking photos.
If it weren't for
beginning
her,
with Councilmember
He
Hutt.
probably would have died. Again, getting
Thank
shot in the
you,
leg,
Mr.
dangerous.
President.
Largest artery
And
in,
also I
in
wanna,
your body's in your
thank
leg.
you, Councilwoman
Saw Sean Taylor, the
Rodriguez,
Redskins
for
died.
taking time
Shot in the leg.
to recognize
All right, your
the
femoral
Olympic
artery, I
division.
think it is. The femorals in your
And
leg.
Helen from Olympic Division that does so much. That was a
Shout out to her, man. Real
huge
hero right
event.
there.
I had team members that shared with me what you did with your bare hands, and they were really
Yeah, that too. She didn't waste her
by
time
how
putting
you
gloves on. She had this dude's
you
blood
reached
all over her
over to
hands,
help,
cranking that
community
motherfucker
members.
down. Didn't wait to, hold on, I can't touch him. Hold on, hold on.
I fell down and had to be.
I fell down, so
helped
it's
out.
about me now.
The
It's
crowd
always
that we
about
had
me,
there.
because I'm always the
We certainly
victim.
appreciate
Hibbidi-doo-dibbidi-doo.
your dedication to the
It ain't about the poor
And,
guy who was
to know
shot.
that
Let's
you
make it
had
about
a
me.
good, tourniquet right then and there. We're very proud of your service, and we're happy to have you.
We're
here.
really proud of your service. I mean, we wanted to fund your ass, but and we need you for security. And you finna be my security, and you finna get defunded, but we love you, girl.
So much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Nazarian.
The defunders love you all of a sudden, huh?
Thank you. I just wanted to say
There's
congratulations
Spindler.
again. Thank you,
Red shirt,
Officer
top
Zhang,
corner.
for your bravery and for your committed hard work. But I also needed to just take a minute to welcome North Hollywood in the house. We got Sergeant Lee and former Captain Mohammadi from Captain Mo from North Hollywood. So thank you very much for your service to our community in the San Fernando Valley. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Video that I'd like to show.
Okay, I got Councilmember Padilla, and then we can roll the video.
So they're going to show the
Councilmember
video of
Padilla?
her cranking that shit down, I
Yes,
bet.
I'd like to call item 22 special.
Okay.
23, I'm sorry,
Thank
for 2
you.
months.
Okay. All right, video. Thank you, Councilmember.
There are two heroes in this story. Luis Romero, who jumped into action to stop a gunman opening fire into a crowd of innocent bystanders, and Officer Helen Zhang, who rushed to save his life after he'd been shot and was bleeding
It is
out.
cats.
All of it caught on camera.
Forced.
There was
Forced.
blood. Right away, I knew this man needed help right now. There's every second counted. Applied tourniquet, like my
Look at her
training
cranking that
taught me.
motherfucker. No gloves.
Yeah, it just happened really fast. The training kicked in.
The drama unfolding during the Korea-Mexico World Cup watch party in Koreatown last week. Luis Romero says he saw a man open fire into the crowd and tackled him. The suspect shooting him in the leg, the bullet severing his artery.
Metallica.
He felt them take off his belt, put it, and then
That ain't
tighten
enough.
it around the wound. And he said that when the cop came, he could feel the big difference between like how she did it
Yeah,
and compared to everyone
yeah,
else.
because that's a real tourniquet. And she was cranking.
Officer Helen Zhang's calm and cool
Look at her
demeanor
cranking
winning
that
her
shit,
kudos
homie.
from the chaotic crowd and eternal gratitude from Luis and his family.
Why don't you show the shooter? No, you don't
for
want to
taking
shoot
my
him.
life,
You don't want to show him, huh?
For help me. You know, I fell in love with her because she
I fell in love
helped my dad out with what she did. You know, that's pretty.
He likes the
That's a
chinita.
beautiful thing to do.
Officer Zhang, who's been on the force just 4 years, says it's a moment she will never forget.
He was an older gentleman who reminded me of my father, certainly. Like, later on found out he was there with his son, I believe. So I'm just really happy he made it.
That's it. You're a real hero. You're a real hero, ma'am.
Thank
Unlike
you so
the
much,
rest of these assholes who
Councilwoman,
are
and thank
honoring
you,
you,
Officer.
ma'am, are a real hero.
One of the things I respect about all of our public spaces,
Not all
safety workers, but
heroes wear
especially police
capes.
and fire, is all of our instincts is to, when we see danger, all of us, basic human instinct is to run the other direction.
Of course, because you're a
Your instinct
tuck-tailed
is
punk.
to run towards danger and to know what to do once you get to it. And so we really appreciate that. It's a big deal to all of us, and our deepest gratitude from our grateful city. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, get out of
Madam
here
Clerk.
now. We hate you because you're
Thank
a cop.
you, Mr. President. I believe a
We've
council member
defund
wants
you.
to
Get
call
out of
one more
here.
item special.
We've done enough for you now.
Councilmember?
Take
Councilmember Park.
Take your war to go
One
home.
more, council member, if we could please continue item 15 to August 28th, please.
All right, 1-5 until 8:28. Councilmember Hernandez.
Yes, thank you, Council President. I would like to amend item 116, I believe. Oh, sorry, 105. This is a Councilmember Kern Price's motion. He asked me to introduce a technical amendment, changing the amount from $30,000 to $10,000. And then I would also call item 117 special for a separate vote.
All right, any other
Hamburger
specials
Hernandez,
members,
that's
before I
right.
hand to the clerk for votes?
She outgrowing the chair? She better not.
Okay, in
We're
that
gonna
case,
have to cut
before the
another chair in
council are
half. and
items 28 through
mend 'em
37,
together.
39 through 69, 71 through 78.
What's up, Crispy?
80,
How are you?
83, and 85. Oh, one more. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
One more special.
Oh, she loves animal print, Dodger. She loves the fact
Sounds
that 7
very
leopards had to die to cover her.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like item 16 continued till August 28th.
Where's Grady?
Please.
Probably in court,
6 to 828.
fighting for his life off the 12 felony counts.
All right, can we read out the items
Could
that
be.
are for votes
No
again?
joke. It's about that time. It's Wednesday, 10:30 in the morning.
Okay,
Totally
thank you.
be there.
Before the council are items 28 through 37, 39 through 69, 71 through
6,000
78,
calories a day, you think?
80, 83, and 85.
I just like it because it makes me feel skinny.
Any more specials?
And I'm like 30 years older than her, and I'm a male, and I'm still lighter. And I'm fat.
All right.
Holy fuck.
One more time.
I don't know how that all works
Items
out.
before
But
council to vote on 28 through 29, 31 through 37.
we haven't even got to the presentations
39
yet.
through
So hold on,
69,
cats.
71 through 78, 80, 83, and 85.
All right, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tabulate the
Dude,
vote.
I've seen a crazy leopard take out a
14
crocodile and just take it up a bank. It grabbed
All
it
right,
from
what's
the
next?
water and just
The
walked
council
up
may
this
move on to
entire
presentations.
bank that
We
was
don't-
almost
we don't
like
have any
straight
that are
up,
just up for separate
and just
votes?
carried it like it was a
If you'd
little
like to
dog.
take up separate vote
And it
items,
was a
sure.
crocodile
please?
live
Yes.
moving,
Okay, starting
slashing
with
around.
item number
Bro.
70.
I mean, the
All right,
jaws,
item
the
number
power of
70,
those
call
jaws.
Special by
Councilmember Nazarian.
Crazy.
for a separate vote. Let's open the roll on item number 70. Call special by Mr. Nazarian for a separate vote. Let's close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
I don't know.
13
Ian,
ayes,
maybe
one no.
everybody can't
All
take
right.
it. I don't know.
Item number 38, called special by Councilmember
Or maybe she'll
Hirado
know
for a
she'll
separate
look
vote.
funny. She's
All right,
because
item
all the
number
people that are
38,
on
call special by
Ozempic look
Councilmember
funny. You
Hirado
can
for
tell
a
the
separate
people
vote.
that are
Let's
on
open the roll.
Ozempic. All
Close
of
the
them.
roll.
You can
Tabulate the
tell
vote.
without asking them. You don't have to ask them. You can tell they're on it.
11 ayes, 3 noes.
All right, what's next?
And what's funny is most of the people that are on it don't really
Item
need
number
it.
79.
They just need a
called
little
special for a
diet
separate vote by Councilmember
and a
Hernandez.
little help.
All right,
Not a lot of
79,
help.
call special by
That's the
Councilmember
funny
Hernandez
part.
for a separate
That's
vote.
why
Let's
they
open
get
the
so
roll.
sunk
Close the
in.
roll. Tabulate
Like,
the
bro,
vote.
you didn't need it, or she didn't need it. Now all of a
11
sudden
ayes, 3
she's
noes.
sucked up.
All right, what's next?
Item number 81, called special for a separate vote by Councilmember Hernandez.
Because apparently it works
right.
too good.
Let's open the roll.
Ozempic
Close the
works
roll. Tabulate the
really,
vote.
really well. The only thing is you have to keep taking it.
10 ayes, 4 noes.
If not, you're going to explode
what's
back.
Item number 30, called special for a separate vote by
So
Councilmember
you're on it
Hernandez.
for life. That's it.
Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
I think so, radio. I think so. I mean, hasn't been out
12
long
ayes,
enough.
2 noes.
All right, what's next?
The Indians
Councilmember
down again?
Padilla
Oh,
for
wait, is
item
she
number-
pissed?
oh, no,
Let me see.
Never mind. Thank you. That would be all the separate votes for.
All right, I think we got a.
I didn't have a breakfast burrito this morning,
Maybe
Tony.
Councilmember Hurtado.
I've had a few in a row, so I
Thank you,
calmed
Council
down.
President.
Oh, yeah, she does
Item
look
30,
pretty.
I'd like
She's-
to be recorded as a no vote.
You're right,
That new
Cowboy.
vote is 11 ayes and 3 noes. The item still passes.
Too much muscular deterioration, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's
And then
always
for
how it
item
is.
81,
Your
I know we
body
just voted on it,
eats
but
the
I have
fat
an
up,
amendment and
right when you're just
comments for
dieting.
the item.
Then what happens
All
after the
right,
fat's gone?
Let's open the roll
Starts
on
to eat your
reconsideration
muscle,
of 81.
right?
Close the roll.
That's why you
Tabulate the
can't
vote.
do these crazy diets, because you need that muscle.
All right, we'll get an amendment circulated on that, and we'll deal with that after.
Your body adjusts
public
pretty
comment.
quickly.
Anything else, Councilmember?
No, thank you, Council.
Okay.
You need
Okay.
100 calories an hour.
Next, we'll go to presentations. Two exciting presentations this morning. The first one will be led by
Only two? All
Councilmember
right.
of the 5th District.
I think we
Councilmember
could deal with
Rios-Vazquez.
two, even though that's probably going to be 30 minutes. I think we could deal with two. And there's Spindler up top. I don't see Herman. Does anybody see Herman? I see Johnny G and the Panderer walking in. Those two dummies. Dumb and Dumber's there. Spindler's there. I see there. I don't see Herman right now, but that doesn't mean he's not there. And he didn't get kicked out yesterday, right? We saw that. Do you see Herman? Anybody see Herman? Dude, look at Homer with the full face tattoo. Holy smokes. That's wild.
Well,
I don't see Herman anywhere. I'm looking.
Colleagues, today we honor Wallace Annenberg, one of the great civic builders of Los Angeles. On July 15th, her birthday,
Hey, she
the
put
city
some
of Los
makeup on
Angeles
today.
will
Thank
mark
you.
Wallace Annenberg Day
Thank you. We don't have to stare at that
alongside
all
the
the time.
county of Los Angeles and the cities of Beverly Hills and Santa Monica.
Clean Bong Gang. Let's get it going.
I want to first welcome Lauren Bond and Gregory Annenberg Weingarten two of Wallace's children and directors of the Annenberg Foundation, thank you for being here today. We are grateful to have you as we honor your mother's
Batman will
life and
return.
legacy.
Hopefully soon.
Wallace Annenberg believed the measure of privilege was not what it preserved, but what it made possible for others. Across Los Angeles, we see her impact everywhere we look, in places people rely on, in places people return to, in places people pass on to the next generation. Under her leadership, the Annenberg Foundation awarded more than $5 billion in grants to thousands of organizations with a deep and lasting commitment to Los Angeles. Her legacy runs through the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts, the California Science Center, USC Annenberg Hall, the Annenberg Space for Photography, LACMA, MoCA, and many more institutions across our region, which we all enjoy. She understood Los Angeles as a city shaped by access, imagination, and shared
He
responsibility.
could be outside, remember.
She also
he knows this
understood that
shit's going on.
responsibility
So.
extends to our environment as well. The Annenberg Wildlife Crossing, opening this year, reflects her belief that human infrastructure should
Wildlife?
heal as
So
well
this
as
is the
connect.
idiot with the
It
wildlife
reconnects
crossing, huh?
fractured habitats,
Awesome.
protected vulnerable wildlife,
Unfinished,
and offers a
$100
model
million
for environmental
baloney.
repair far beyond Los Angeles. Wallace Annenberg treated philanthropy as civic work. She invested in the future she wanted Los Angeles to grow into. Today we recognize a life of service, generosity, and purpose. We also recognize the family carrying her work forward. I'd like to turn it over now to her daughter, Lauren Bond, to say a few words.
I hope somebody calls in and gives them a piece of their mind. Telling them, thank you for bringing it back, you fucking thieves. You've been breaking the law against us all for how long? Every day since old Milk Dud got in here, pretty much. So I hope people do that when they call in today. I hear somebody booing. That's Spindler. Don't worry, that's Mr. Spindler.
Thank you so much, and thank you, council members.
Look at him.
Thank you to
He's
the city
pissed.
of Los Angeles.
He doesn't even want to
I'm
look that
here
way.
as Wallace Annenberg's daughter, which means I'm here with both public gratitude and private memory. Before speaking about my mother's love of Los Angeles, I want to acknowledge that where we're sitting today is on land originally and still inhabited and cared for by the Kizh, Tongva, Tataviam, and Chumash peoples. I honor their elders and descendants, past, present, and emerging, and to older lands, waters, and obligations that precede all of us being here today. My mother came to Los Angeles from a diasporic tradition. Our family comes from Eastern Europe, from a history that understood movement, reinvention, memory, and the search for belonging. She chose Los Angeles as an adult, not as a backdrop and not as a symbol, but as a place where the future was always being improvised in plain sight. She understood the city's contradictions, its glamour and its loneliness, its invention and its neglect, its vastness and its hunger for connection. She also understood that women of her generation were often invited to care, but not always invited to decide. My mother did both. She cared and she decided. She used her resources,
Yeah, she needs
her
a cut, style, and
originality,
color.
not simply to
That
be
mop
generous,
is old and
but
haggard.
to alter the conditions under which other people might live, learn, age, gather, create, and belong. That's one way to understand her work in this city. Care was not for her a sentiment. Care was infrastructure. Care was a door that opened, a classroom, a theater, a beach house, a place for older people to remain visible, a place for animals to be regarded with tenderness, a bridge built so that wildlife might cross a wound we had made in the land. She noticed where connection had been broken, and she did not accept brokenness as permanent. To have July 15th, her birthday, named Wallace Annenberg Day, is deeply moving to our family. But I hope the day will not only remember her, I hope it will ask something from us. What kind of city do we build when care is treated as public work? What kind of city becomes possible when generosity has imagination behind it?
Homemade dress?
My mother believed Los Angeles was worthy of that imagination. Thank you so much for honoring her in the civic life of a city she loved.
Wow, Kat, holy smokes.
Thank you so
my
much,
God,
Lauren.
Kat.
I'd like to now introduce Gregory Annenberg Weingarten. Gregory has helped lead the foundation's
Kat, you
global
two are in
and
the
local
south of
philanthropic
France right
initiatives
now.
while
I
supporting
know
leadership
it.
development
Or
and
Barbados
underserved communities
together
here in Los
watching
Angeles.
this show right now.
Welcome, Gregory.
I know you are. Kat, thank you so much. So much love to you. Thank you. You've always been so
Good
supportive.
morning,
You rock.
members
Thank
of
you,
the City
Kat.
Council.
Huge donor.
I would like to echo the sentiments
Happy Wednesday,
of my
Kat.
sister,
It's great to see you.
and fellow Annenberg Foundation Director Lauren Bond. And on behalf
Hopefully he
of
calls
our
in.
brother and
We can
fellow
call in
director,
now.
Charles
Kat?
Annenberg Weingarten, we thank you for this proclamation of Wallace Annenberg Day. On a personal note,
You're
I
awesome,
can say
Kat. Thank you.
my mother was raised in Philadelphia and in Washington, D.C., and came here, as Lauren pointed out, chose to come
she's
here
awesome.
in the late
Patriot.
60s. This is the city
Kat's
and the
always
state
been
where we were all raised.
Awesome since the day she rolled in
And
here.
I can think of no one
She's
who
awesome.
loved this city
We
more.
love her.
And right up to the end, it was.
We just don't get to see enough
you know,
of
she
her.
was someone
She
who
needs to come in and
championed
say hi
Los
more.
Angeles. And as Lauren brilliantly put, with her creativity, sort of instinct,
What's up, Brayden?
and
How are you, buddy?
I think she was young right up to the end, just came up with ideas. She was an avid reader. She was comfortable in every place in the city, whether it
is
was
Cali.
Watts, Compton, Beverly Hills,
4621.
Santa Monica. She wanted to know what was going on.
They were forced by the state
And
law.
As my friends used to
apparently.
say, some people just have it. She had it. She got it. And her projects today, which we were partners on, reflect this
Crazy, right,
this
Tony?
brilliance, this innovation.
And they only work about 8 months out of the year for that money.
She made her mark here
8
in
months
Los
for
Angeles.
244K. I'd do
And
it.
it was her decision to move the Annenberg Foundation from Philadelphia to Los Angeles in 2009 to really champion this city and the state.
Absolutely, Cats.
Her generosity
Absolutely. That's
has
why we
reached
don't see
more
her
than
all the time, 'cause she's
2,700
with lots of other
organizations
streamers.
across the region, from Isla
we love it when
Vista
she's here.
Intersection Housing in South Los Angeles and Wallace Annenberg High School to Yola, the Watts Towers, the Annenberg Space for Photography.
Am I going to call in? No.
I'll also cite the Annenberg Community
I'd
Beach
have to leave the
House,
room,
Wallace
otherwise
Annenberg
I'd hear
Center
an
for
echo.
Performing Arts, to name a few. In 2024, President Biden
Huge
awarded
donor
her
already.
the National Humanities Medal in recognition of her life's
This
work.
guy looks scary in front.
Her philanthropy
Full
truly
tattoo
reached
face.
across the aisle, creating both Wallace Annenberg Hall at USC and the women's soccer field at UCLA. She was, for those of you who know her as well as being an avid reader, keeping up on everything, she was also a huge sports fan, and around the time of basketball or whatever, if you wanted advice, she would know who the odds were with.
She's happy that
July
LeBron
15th
left, I
would
bet.
have been her 87th birthday.
She's in heaven
And she would have been
saying,
deeply
"Yes, he's
moved by
gone."
this honor. Lauren, Charles, and I are proud to mark this first Wallace Annenberg Day to carry her innovation work forward.
Damn, it's crazy. His
and to
eyelids
honor
are
the
tattooed
philanthropic
also. Look at his
legacy that
eyelids.
began with our
That's
late
wild.
grandfather, Ambassador
That must have
Walter
hurt so
H.
much.
Annenberg. Thank you again for this wonderful recognition.
To get your eyelids tattooed, that must be fucking painful, bro. It has to be. There's just no way.
Thank you, Lauren, Gregory, and Charles in absentia for carrying forward Wallace's extraordinary legacy. On behalf of the city of Los
Where's
Angeles, it's my
Batman?
great
There he is.
honor-
There's Batman. He's there. There's Batman, wrapped in a USA
This
flag
resolution declaring
today.
July 15th
Not a
as Wallace
turkey
Annenberg
flag.
Day
But
in
he's there.
recognition of her lifetime of generosity, leadership, and
It's gonna be
enduring
a good one, ladies
contributions
and
to our
gents.
city.
We got Spindler. we
Thank you
got
so much,
Herman, we got,
Councilwoman. We have speaker on the queue while you
We
all are
got
taking
telephonic
photos.
comments coming
Councilmember
back.
McCosker, the
Oh
1-5.
boy, it's gonna be a good one.
Thank you very much, Councilmember, for honoring Wallace Annenberg this way and bringing in two of
Now
her.
that I think about it, what a better way to usher the telephonic comment back in with the last day you're gonna be here for an entire month. That way people just forget about it. Like, oh man, we brought it back. Oh, did they bring? Oh yeah, we brought it back. Yeah, last month. Kind of quiets it down and cools it down. I'm on to these motherfuckers, bro. They think they're slick. Old Buckethead thinks he's slick over here.
Will create opportunities
The
and
lipless
ocean
one.
sustainability for generations.
I'm gonna
to
buy him a
come.
new top lip for
But
Christmas.
as I take this seat, I am really touched by
We're
the
gonna
fact
staple
that
it
my
right
time
there,
in Watts brings me in contact
where your
with
old lip used to
Annenberg
be.
Grow and all of the great work, Greg, that you're doing there. I really, really appreciate the fact that just very recently
Buckethead speaking.
you leaned in on the World Monuments designation for the Watts Towers. So this is a worldwide organization.
That's it,
that
Callie. I'm
has
on to
been
him. I fucking
nominating
see.
and protecting and advancing the cause of properties around the world. And for our 250th anniversary
It is a
of the
slick
United
move,
States, that foundation wanted to
kinda throw it
recognize
back in
10
there.
spots in Los Angeles. And one of them, because of Gregory's work and Annenberg Row, is the Watts Towers. Just one. There's only one in California, and so I'm grateful to you for that. I'm also grateful to you, Lauren, for the art installation that you'll be doing at the Lane Victory. The Lane Victory is an important asset for us, historically significant to Merchant Marines and to our Korean American community who had a boat lift at the end of the war, and I know that you're going to do something special there for us. So from Watts to the
Halloween lips.
waterfront, I'm
We
really
can get him some
grateful
wax
to-
lips,
of the
right?
Annenberg
The wax
family.
lips that you have for Halloween. Get him
Thank
some
you
of
so much,
those.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Make him wear them for the show. He's got to wear
Thank
wax
you,
lips.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky, for bringing this magnificent family legacy to be recognized. And, you know, you all have contributed so much, not just with your mom's work, but in extension, you both have made such tremendous contributions to our city. I know, Lauren, we first met when you were doing the Water Wheel project, and
Wonder
you know,
Wheel,
again,
like
when
with
you
Richard
were
Pryor?
bringing attention to
I
how
love
we
Wonder
actually
Wheel.
source water in the city of Los Angeles.
No,
because,
Wonder Wheel,
Mr.
no.
McCosker might have a sea at his feet, but we are the gateway to the city water supply in the community of Sylmar. And acknowledging that history and the work that you did with the Department of Water and Power,
Gloria?
and bringing it in such a way that really honored the true history of what that means to our city.
That'd be a good one.
You all have
Gloria.
had such an incredible imprint, and it's extended from the very northeastern part of the city limits to the very south.
She always has
and
to make it
everything
about
in
herself,
between. So
and that's
on
what it
behalf
is,
of a
Ann.
grateful city, I just want to say, you know, our condolences, but
She had to get
the
herself in
continued
there, and
celebration
Sylmar, we're the
of all of her
gatekeepers of the
work,
water.
reverberates across
Always
Los
has to be
Angeles, and we're
about her.
incredibly grateful to you all.
Always.
Thank you.
Shut up. Thank you so much, Councilmember Padilla.
Always, always, always. It's always about them.
Thank you, Councilwoman Yaroslavsky, for bringing this great presentation in. You know, I feel like my entire career working for nonprofits, I always saw the Annenberg Foundation in lots of different spaces. So to me,
your
I just
girl.
wanted to say, I've never met you, so
Don't
I just
tell
want to say
Erica
it's a pleasure to
Katie.
know who you are, a pleasure to meet you. And something that I always tell to folks that have a philanthropic heart is thank you for everything. and may God
Philanthropic,
give you
I
more.
think, is the word you're looking
Very
for.
honored to meet you. Thank you so
Fill in
much.
traffic? I mean,
Thank you so much,
philanthropic.
members, and thank you so much,
Isn't it philanthropic?
Councilmember Yaroslavsky. I
Not
know
filling traffic?
Annenberg Day falls when we're in recess, so thank you for making sure we got to do this recognition in person, face to face. I, like so many of the other members, before I was on council and as a council member, was touched by this family with a variety of projects. You know, the first shipping container
Are the heavies
affordable
out?
housing project in the city.
No
Was,
milkers
you
for
know,
you today,
Wallace sat me
Valadez.
down and said, "We're going to get this done." And it's there right on the border of the 15th district and the 8th district at Imperial and Broadway, called Intersections. And people are living there. There's a rooftop garden and the whole 9 yards. It's
No, this is the last
very
day
amazing, and a host of other
for an
projects.
entire
And
month,
then,
Alex.
You know, this is what's really special to us, is that you show up as Angelinos. And so you all know we have the Destination Crenshaw project in our district that the Annenberg Foundation actually didn't support. But
England's coming back.
The Annenberg Foundation got on the phone to everybody and said, "This is important. You gotta help us get that done." And we've raised in excess over $100 million, and we're this close to finishing the project because you all have pushed so hard for it. And so we're very grateful for not just the sending the check, but being engaged in the development of our city and the potential of our land and our people. So again, thank you so much and congratulations.
Yes,
Councilmember
Radio, they
Yaslovsky.
have to be off for an entire month for summer. Don't you get
Thank
a month
you.
off
Thank
for
you,
summer like
colleagues.
everybody else?
So a big thank you to the Annenberg family for joining
You
us
don't?
today. Thank you both for being here. And thank you so much for continuing Wallace Annenberg's extraordinary legacy. It is extraordinary indeed. Thank
figured
you, Council
everybody got a
President.
month
This
off.
concludes my presentation.
Thank you so much. All right, as they're departing, our next presentation will be brought to us by
This should be the
Councilmember
last
Heather
one.
Hutt
He
of the
said
10th
2
District.
presentations, so I know how to count to 2. So hopefully this is the last one. Now, you can't guarantee you anything, but it just might be the last one here. So how long did that take us? It took us 41 fucking minutes. Well, not really, because I guess they fucked around for 10, so about 30 minutes. Oh, here she goes. The unelected one.
Mr. President.
The only
Good
one who
morning
didn't get
to
elected just got put in.
My colleagues.
Right here. She just got the job
It's the
because of
end of
who she
Pride
is.
Month, and I'm going to celebrate a leader. But before I celebrate this leader, I want to remind people about pretextual stops. My honoree today was tardy because he was pulled over for really no apparent reason.
Apparently.
He
Of
was
course
asked
he
to
was.
get out of his car, sit on the curb in his suit, and go through all the harassing questions that come along with
boy.
that. They ended up
I
not
bet.
giving him a ticket, which
bet.
happens so often. And
He should have got a
and
ticket,
his
is what you're
clothes
saying?
were not the way he wanted to present himself in City Hall. So he had to go back home, change his clothes, gather himself, and get ready for coming today. This is why it's so important to move the pretextual stop motion. So
Okay.
that's how
You
I'm
have
gonna
no
start out.
you have no evidence that it was just for a pretextual stop. You have no evidence that he wasn't speeding or broken tail
During
light
Pride
or
Month,
anything
we
else.
celebrate leaders who are
Right.
building a more inclusive
I know, he has to
future.
rob a bank to
And
get pulled
today
over.
I'm
I get
proud
it
to
now.
honor Jeffrey Wallace, a man whose career demonstrates what's
I know.
possible when equity, innovation, and economic opportunity are placed in the
Equity.
center of
It
leadership.
started with equity and it's already
As
lost
President
me.
and CEO of Leaders Up,
You
Jeffrey
lost
has
me.
helped transform
That's given. Equity means
workforce
given.
development by connecting
Given.
thousands of young adults to meaningful career pathways
Given, not
and
earned.
economic
Given.
opportunities. Under his direction, Leaders Up has collaborated with more than 200 businesses to touch the lives of over
Just hearsay,
60,000
exactly,
young
warrior.
adults, yielding nearly $1 billion in economic returns, and providing that community resilience begins with investing in individuals. Jeffrey's work is rooted in the belief that every young person deserves access to opportunity, regardless of their background,
Look at him,
identity,
double fucking
or
fuck
zip
yous.
code. His leadership
HTS,
helps create
baby.
opportunities for communities that have too often been left behind, ensuring more people have the
Sticking
tools
his
to
tongue out.
succeed and thrive. As we close out Pride Month, I'm proud to honor trailblazers like Jeffrey.
Yeah, proud.
Whose unwavering
Shouldn't you have done
dedication
this
to equity
yesterday?
enables
Because yesterday was
individuals to
Pride Month.
chase
Today
their
is not Pride
aspirations
Month.
and attain their
Pride Month was over
highest
yesterday.
potential.
Shouldn't we have done this
Please
yesterday?
join me in recognizing and thanking Jeffrey Wallace for his leadership and lasting impact on our city, on CD10 and beyond. I'd like to now bring up Jeffrey for a few remarks.
Who's yelling? That's not even her. That's fucking Spindler. That's not even
Good
Herman.
morning, City Council. City Council
I'm
President.
sure he's getting
Harris
blamed for it,
Lawson,
though.
My City Council member, Heather Hutt, and to the entire City Council, and to my LA family, I thank you for this recognition, and I receive it
Where's
with
Brother
humility,
Akili?
with pride, and with a deep sense of responsibility. As Pride Month comes to a close, I'm grateful to stand here as my whole self, a black man, a same-gender loving man, a son of this community, a builder, a believer, a witness, to what happens when people who are never supposed to make it decide not only to make it, but to make a way for others as well. Pride is beautiful, pride is necessary, pride is a celebration, but today what matters most is the truth. Frederick Douglass once asked this nation a question it could not escape. To what to the slave is the 4th of July? As we stand here on the precipice of the 250-year anniversary of our nation's independence, I want to question to this city, for this moment and for this generation, what
spit
to
on
the
our
young
birthday.
Angelino is the 4th of July? What is freedom to a young person who wants to work but cannot find a door that opens for them? What is independence to a young person who is brilliant but shut out from opportunity? What is liberty to a young person who is told to dream big, then handed small systems, broken pathways, and public promises that do not reach their economic goals and dreams? What is celebration when 144,000 young people in Los Angeles City and County are not in school and not working?
Oh, hold on a second. Whoa. Hold on a second.
This number is not
Why
a
are they not in
statistic,
school
but
and why are they not working? Was it the Democrats pulling them out of school, making them pawns again, sir? Telling them to march, right? Forcing them out of school so they wouldn't learn just last month? Is that what you're talking about, sir? The indoctrination of young kids in schooling?
The summons. It is a choir of interrupted dreams. It is talent waiting
I don't think that's what he was
for
talking about.
transition. It is genius standing outside systems that were built without them in mind. So today I do not stand here only to be honored. I stand here to tell the truth. Los Angeles has some work to do. Holy work, public work, economic work, infrastructure work, and most importantly, heart work. Because the future of LA will not be measured only by the stadium lights, the global cameras, airport terminals, hotel rooms, construction craze, and dare I say, Olympic medals. The future of LA will be measured by whether the young people who live here can afford to stay here, work here, build here, love here, and lead here. The future of LA is not coming in 2028, it's already here. The future is South LA, it's Crenshaw, it's Leimert Park, it's Koreatown, it's Boyle Heights. At Leaders Up and across the movement I am so honored to help build, we are focused on building a future-proof economy, one where safety is normalized for everyone, opportunity is equitable.
Now, safety is... yeah. Every one of those places he named looks like shit. Why? Every single one of them. Because the city doesn't come clean up? Or is it because of the people that live there don't clean up on top of the city not cleaning up? Which is it? I think it's both.
For everyone. And power is shared with everyone. And as Los Angeles
Medicated
prepares
crazy,
to
let's
host
go.
the world for the 2028 games.
Thank you, Medicated.
We must ask ourselves a serious question. Will these young people simply pass through, will these games simply pass through our communities, or will they build power with them?
No, they're just going to pass
Will
through.
the economic
Drop a
activity
little
touch
cash.
the lives of historically marginalized Angelinos, or will they be asked to watch another boom from the margins?
Look at Spindler back there in the red. Look at him flicking.
Will we create temporary jobs, or will we build transformative employment and economic
He's getting in
mobility
trouble.
pathways that are long after the closing of the games? This is our charge. Let 2028 be more than a global event. Let it be a generational transformation and investment. Let it create real pathways in transportation, hospitality, aviation, construction, sports and entertainment, technology, and of course the public sector. Let it be a moment in Los Angeles that Los Angeles chooses to move from the spectacle to the systems change necessary for everyone to thrive. So I thank you for this Pride Month recognition. I thank you for seeing me. But more than that, I ask you to see our young people.
Wasn't TD
See
Jakes the guy that got in trouble? I
See
wouldn't have
their
anything
hunger.
TD in my name.
See their imagination. See the
Old
right
pastor
to
TD.
inherit The city that does more than celebrate freedom, it builds it. Because the question before us is not only what is to the young Angelino is the 4th of July, the question is, what will Los Angeles do now? My answer is simple. We will build, we will mobilize, we will invest, we will normalize safety, we will make opportunity equitable,
Thank you,
and we
guys.
will share power. We'll build a future-proof
England
economy
won.
worthy of the young people who already carry the future in their hearts and minds. Thank you so
guys.
much. This is for our future.
Lots of people are fatigued. Tired of hearing the same story over and over. It's a broken record. Yeah.
Well, we want to acknowledge you with a certificate of
Acknowledge
recognition
me. Wasn't that Roman
on
Reigns, right? Acknowledge me.
LGBTQIA+
Isn't that Roman
Heritage
Reigns?
Month in celebration of the city of Los Angeles.
Or is that the
recognizing
Usos?
Outstanding leadership, advocacy,
Which one
and
does that? I think
commitment
it's
to
I think it's
advancing,
Roman Reigns.
dignifying,
Acknowledge
equity,
me.
and inclusion. Your dedication to uplifting others through service, courage, and community. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, let me fast forward. Just this part. Whoop, this part that we
And
paused through.
thank you so much, Councilwoman Hutt, for recognizing our good friend, Mr. Jeffrey Wallace. It's good to see you build a career, but also make a contribution. And so
now we're back
I'm
to
very
where
proud of what
live.
you've done, and
It is
I'm
Roman?
just
Okay.
gleeful
Thanks.
to sit in this
7.
chair and be part of the recognition of one Jeffrey Wallace. And Carrie Harris
I
sings her
do, and I'm
best,
still
so
skinnier than
congratulations
a
to
woman
you.
who's 30 years younger than me,
Councilwoman
XPT,
Hutt.
sitting in her
Thank
chair
you,
over
Mr.
there.
Chair. Thank
As fat as I am.
All right, members, before
Michael M.
we go
Holy
over
fuck, golf and guns. Let's
into
go.
public comment, and members, if you're in the back, hopefully you're listening
Fucking
on
golf
the
and
squawk box.
guns.
If you can just stop a second, I want to make an important announcement
Thanks,
that the
golf and
city
guns.
attorney
You
will
rock.
expound on.
Jeez Louise.
Today
that's
is
a huge
July
donut.
1st, the first day that we're under the new rule that requires public comment by phone.
What new rule?
What that also means for us
What new rule?
is that posting amendments on the bulletin board is not sufficient. There's still a lot of back and forth about whether or not they have to be read, each one, which today would be over 100 pages almost, or they can be posted online.
You should read it all. Milk Dud.
Today, what we will do today, members, is we will ask each of you to read a summary. You don't have to read the whole thing, just a summary of what your amendment does into the record. And hopefully by
He's
the
so
time we
salty,
come back, we
70.
have a better
You can
system
tell it.
figured out. But for today,
He's angry.
members are going to have to read summaries of their amendment. So just say, I'm making an amendment and it does this, and then we'll be free to vote. And with that, Mr. City Attorney.
Michael, thank you again for the huge donation. You rock, Michael. Thank you. You and Kat, killing it. So Mexico versus England,
Thank you,
it's
Mr.
settled.
President. As indicated
What day
on
do
today's
they play?
agenda, members of the
Mexico,
public
England.
wishing to
Anybody?
offer public comment should call toll-free 833-435-1820 and use meeting ID number 165-917-6148 and then press
Sunday?
pound.
Thank you,
Then
Cowboy.
press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once council enters
Notice they're
the
not
public
putting the
comment
number
portion of
up
the
like they
meeting,
used to put
press
the number
star
up.
9 to
Where
request
is
to
it?
speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated prompt will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Let me repeat, call toll-free 833-435-1820 and use meeting ID number 165-917-6148 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID.
833-435-23
Once council enters the public
what?
comment portion of the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated prompt will ask you to press star 6
If Jason
to
calls in
unmute.
today, I'm going to
Members
die.
of the public, we have a slightly new procedure when it comes to the
I'm gonna die.
public comment portion of the
If he
meeting.
makes it in here today,
I will proceed
I'm
with
dead.
reading the instructions
I'm
that
dead.
for now largely apply to people in person. I will also, before we switch over to remote or telephonic public comment, read in separate instructions for that as well. To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak, please
back.
state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items
Yes,
open for
game
public
patter.
comment.
Yes, they
When
had to.
speaking on the
The
agenda
law made
items,
them.
you
Forced
must
them.
be on topic. Our goal is to
Forced
get through as
them.
many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker.
Oh, Milk Dud.
The
couldn't
items
get,
that are open for
over on
public
us
comment
forever.
on the agenda are items
I hope so,
1
Calvin.
through 27 and items 86 through 123. So again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items, actually I apologize. It's the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 through 27 and items 81 through 123. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else within the city's subject matter jurisdiction.
So fancy
We will
now,
tell
I
you
mean-
when your time is up. I have a few more announcements. If I could please have the interpreters make this first announcement aloud to the room, please. And I would ask that also to the make the announcement to the callers who are here for the virtual public comment. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si requiere intérprete en el idioma de español, por favor asegure pausar después de cada oración para dejar a los intérpretes
Uh-oh,
que
Spindler's talking to the
traduzcan.
cops over there. What's going
Don't
on?
worry. We will pause your time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same
Right,
amount of time
Yoda?
as everyone
It
else.
could have been
Thank
a
you.
lawsuit that
Y
they
no
lost.
se preocupen, vamos a
They
pausar el
wouldn't tell
tiempo
us.
mientras los intérpretes traducen. Van a recibir el
Hopefully it
mismo
was
tiempo,
Jason that
perdón,
sued
la
him and
misma
won.
cantidad de tiempo de los
Bought a new
demás
house.
oradores. Gracias.
Hope so.
For our
I
in-person
hope so.
speakers, if you've made an accommodation request pursuant to the ADA with the clerk's office, or if you would like to make one today in order to make use of the wireless handheld microphone, after you hear the name that you signed up under called aloud, please raise your hand so the sergeants know to provide you with that wireless handheld microphone. Finally, in order to help us run an efficient efficient in-person public comment period,
You can't read
please
today.
wait until you hear the name that you signed
Nothing
up
you
under
do is efficient,
called
sir.
aloud before
Nothing.
lining up in any order to speak. As a reminder, before we begin calling names, we clearly have a lot of people here. I assume that we have a lot of people on the phones. We will do our best to get through as many people as possible, but we may
Shut
not
up
be
already.
able to exhaust every person.
Shut
who's in
up
the room.
already. You've already
So,
wasted
just to let
comment for
everybody
2
know,
people already.
we
Shut
will
up
do our
already.
best. Thank you.
Shut up already. Thank you, Pumpkinhead. Fucking wasted 2 people's fucking time. So here we go. We got the panderer and the dumb idiot, the 2 dummies, Dumb and Dumber. Fucking Johnny G and the panderer. We got Spindler. We got Herman. We got
Hello, caller with.
Hello?
Who's
Please
walking?
state your name and the item you're wishing to speak
Someone's
to.
walking around the house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's Gun. That's
I
Valley
guess
Gun
just
Club.
general comments. I'm not familiar with the agenda.
That's Stacy's husband.
You have 1 minute.
Valley Gun Club.
All right, thank you very much. City Council, this is LA Valley Gun Club.
Told you.
That's lavalleygc@gmail.com
I'm
or
sorry,
LA
speak-
Valley Gun Club. Yeah, and so this is about.
Yes. So, Speaker,
about the
I
city-
apologize.
yeah.
So, hold on. Can we, before you begin? So, we're beginning with in-person public comment. So
Oh
we
yeah,
will,
I'm confused. That's what I thought you guys were doing.
I understand. We
They're
will
dumb.
get
Sorry.
to virtual public comment. Not your fault.
They're so stupid. So they
again,
took a call
please stay
before
on the
they
line
needed
and
to
we will
take the
get
call.
To virtual public comment.
That's how
At
smart
this
they are.
point,
Diversity,
Mr.
equity, and
President, I do
inclusion.
recommend that we read
Morons.
in those summaries
Equity.
of the amendments before
Equity
we
morons.
begin public comment. Again, after that, we will start with in-person public comment.
Okay,
here
we
in the
don't know
room
which way
before
left or
moving
right
over to
is.
virtual public comment.
Right.
Apologies. I'll begin with
Apologies.
calling the-
We're stupid. Apologies. Just a stack of fucking stupid. DEI. Low IQ. We don't know how to do nothing. We're running this shit like a 7th grade student council meeting. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So we're going to do
we all
summaries
should bring
now,
our
Mr.
bag
City
lunches
Attorney?
and our Capri Suns
All right,
and get
so if
going.
The clerk can help us call out members to do summaries.
Thanks, Milk Dud. You don't even know how to run a meeting. That's diversity, equity, inclusion for you, ladies and gents. Just give it here. You better give it here. And then when you give it here, it gets ran like shit right into the toilet. Little too much truth? Boy, people don't like that shit. I feel like I'm back at John Burroughs.
Councilmember Hernandez, can you please give a summary of the amending motion you are introducing for Councilmember Price?
Yes, summary is that I'm changing the amount from 30,000 to 10,000.
That is for item number 105. Thank you.
Fine.
Councilmember Gerardo, can you please give a summary of your amending motions being introduced today?
Well, two of them got shot by a guy with a BB gun, mad of dirt. Some dude with a pellet gun was shooting at him. Shot two of them, no joke.
Point of order, why are we doing this today?
Thank you, Councilmember Hurado. The reason we have to do this is because state law requires us to take over the phone public comment.
Sorry,
What that
Kami.
means is the people on the phone have to know what amendments are being introduced before they comment. The city attorney is suggesting to us that it's not enough to put those comments up to put the language up online or in the Zoom chat, that there has to be some verbal record of it for people who are on the telephone. So that's why we're doing it. You can thank our state legislator.
That's it, cop-hating cunt.
Thank them for so much that they do for us.
Look at her eye
and they've
rolls.
Given us other council members like Bob. So awesome.
Did you see her eye roll?
Substitute item number 116 is amendment to make the resolution consistent with substitute.
Watch her eye
I
roll.
thank them for so much that they do for us.
Look at that eye roll. Look at that eye roll.
Thank them for so much that they do for us.
Look at that fucking eye roll.
I thank them for so much that they do for us.
You retarded cunt. You retarded openly gay cunt. I'm the first openly gay.
Thank you. So this is a friendly amendment to get a report back on the
That's
feasibility
what you
of
get.
the public land
Your
exemption.
openly gay bullshit.
Colleagues,
Retarded cop-hating cunts like that.
colleagues Metro
Mabuhay.
asked us to
Mabuhay.
consider whether or not their housing projects could be exempt from.
And just so you know, you went from
ULA.
DeLeon the racist
The majority of
to
these
that.
are 100%.
That's what you did.
Affordable housing projects, and so this is just a report back.
You took
on
the
whether or not that's
racist
something we might
Democrat
want to look at in the future.
and put in the socialist communist Democrat. That's what you did. Mabuhay.
And Councilmember Yaroslavsky, we can just confirm as well for item number 92. Your
I know
motion
you
is
saw
to
the
move
fucking
Budget and
eye roll. I
Finance
did it
Committee
4
report.
times.
Yes.
And is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank
No,
you.
she's a real woman. She's a lesbian, and she made it
Councilmember
very
Lee,
clear
would
that
you
she's
like
the
to read in
only
your
and
substitute
first
motion or a summary
openly
of your
gay
substitute motion
person on
for
this panel,
Item 92,
or dais,
93.
or horseshoe.
Thank you very much. Item number
council.
3, for those listening at home and around the council chambers, is the substitute motion for
That was
item number
week
4,
one.
that a resolution that adds
Threw him
both
under the
sides
bus.
of Van Noen Street, north and south sides of Devonshire Street from Mason Avenue to Winnetka Avenue, and north and south sides of Mayall Street from Clare Avenue to Topeka Drive.
She can't be a man. She has kids, Erica.
Circling back to
Unless the
Councilmember
kids aren't
Gerardo
hers.
for amending motions for 81 and 82.
Unless the
For
kids aren't
81A,
hers. Oh, she's back.
We are deleting recommendations 1 through 4 and amending recommendation 5 with the words
No wonder the husband didn't stay around.
retroactive refund
Or the baby
and
daddy, the
also
sperm
that
donor.
are either buyers, sellers, and then for item 80. Wait, hold on.
She was done. She got knocked up and she was done. I'm out of here. I need
Yes.
pussy in my
and
life.
then for item 82A,
She didn't want no more dick.
amend recommendation E to read that the sale will occur within 10
Could
years
be,
instead
Cowboy.
of
I don't know.
7, and amend recommendation 2 to read, I further move to request LAHD to report back on recommendations for a 3-year ULA Alternative Models Housing Solutions pilot program, ellipses, at conclusion of the pilot program. And then I also want it to be amended to, I further move that LAHD be requested to report on the pilot
I'm
program
ready, Alex.
being funded by reallocating
Mexico's
going
gonna
to
shock the world.
at the end of each NOFA. period.
Mexico's going to shock the world Sunday. Wait, Sunday. So that okay? Wait. Saturday is 4th of July, right? So we're not doing a show Friday. So we'll do a Saturday show for 4th of July. Then that means
Thank
I got to
you.
work
And there
Sunday
has been a substitute motion
because if
introduced
they
for
lose,
item
nobody's
number
going to care.
123. If Council
But if they
President would like
win,
to
they're
give
going
that summary.
crazy.
Yes, I have a substitute motion for item 123 that designates letters for the November ballot initiatives.
Thank you. That is a summary of all the amending motions and
Why are
substitute
hands
motions
so
introduced.
dark? I don't know. I didn't even look at them.
Ready to move on to public comment.
Yes, and so we can proceed with
Busy looking at
in-person
that
public
dent
comment.
on her
The
forehead.
instructions were already read. We can start calling names again for in-person public comment.
In person. Now we finally got it together. Now we
I'd
know.
like to begin by calling up a few names.
Idiots.
Van Measel, Daniel Goose, Clara Solis, Little Wayne, Angie Birdsong, and Join John.
Van Diesel and who is it? Little Wayne? Little Wayne and Van Diesel are in here. Not Vin, but Van. His brother Van. Vin's brother Van is up in the house, so you better give some respect. And Little Wayne, of course. Little Wayne. Holden Cox will be there later. Gotta love it when all the stars come out.
Can you tell us the name you signed up under and the items you want to
Holden
speak on?
Cox, please.
Yes, my name is Angela Birdsong, and I'm speaking to items 118, 82, 83, and general
I
comment.
thought that was a man.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the
But
items
okay.
and 1 minute for
But
general.
okay.
Please begin.
Thank you. I'm a housing rights organizer for Los Angeles Community Action Network, known as LA CAN. I work in Council District 14. I reside in the city of Inglewood, which is a close neighbor to Los Angeles. And I'm a landlord in Hermosa Beach.
Damn, baller.
ULA
Quit playing.
is working. Measure ULA is one of the city's most effective tools to keep people housed.
Look at all
It
the
is
signs go
working.
up.
It has helped prevent thousands of people from falling into homelessness and is funding real, permanent, affordable housing. Diverting ULA money towards shelter, which includes interim housing, time-limited subsidies, and anything else is not permanent housing, will only increase houselessness in Los Angeles. The housing production argument doesn't hold up. Blaming ULA for housing slowdown is a distraction, not a data-driven argument. Harris Dawson is using extortion tactics to pressure our tenants' rights movement for the benefit of billionaires. President
Sorry,
Council
Milk
is
Dud.
saying that if we don't give up $90 million
Sorry, Milk Dud.
over the next 3 years to use on his temporary housing, he and other council members like Tim McCosker
Buckethead
will put a measure on that ballot to truly destroy ULA. This is
Oh,
not
boy.
the only time Harris Dawson
Oh,
in the
boy.
city council has done this
Oh,
to their
boy.
working class constituents.
Oh boy, Milk
They
Dud,
are
you in
playing
trouble.
games with people's lives.
Milk Dud.
Protect accountability, honor voter intent, and keep focus on defending ULA, not dismantling it. Working in Los Angeles Community Action Network, we are in Skid Row. We're right there at 838 East 6th Street. We have members, we have tenants,
That's
we have
it, Eric.
constituents who have been in interim housing, who have experienced time-limited subsidies, and it's a revolving door taking you right back to the streets. If you care about people being in the streets, having tent homes, you will want to have permanent affordable housing. And this is what the ULA Money Fund is for, is to increase new construction for affordable permanent housing. Not for shelters, not for TLS, that has a time limit on it and puts them right back to the streets. So we're saying no to 118, we are saying no to 82, but we're saying yes to keep ULA the way that it is, so that people can be housed and not in the streets, and not trying to figure out a path to permanent housing, because there is no path to permanent housing through TLS. Thank you so much.
Democrats eating Democrats
Thank you. Next speaker.
is better than Christmas morning. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
I
next
love
speaker.
it. Love it. If I could bottle it up,
días,
I would.
gordo abogado.
Hold on. Your time has not started yet. You know exactly
Your
how
discretion
this works. I'm
is
sure you
advised.
don't want to get a warning right off the bat, although I'm pretty sure you disrupted this meeting already. So, members of the public, we're
HDS.
about to hear from one of our infamous daily speakers. I suspect, and I
More
hope I'm
time
wrong on this,
wasted.
but I suspect
More
you're
time
going to hear some
wasted.
things that are
More time wasted.
potentially very offensive.
Another person's time wasted
we
right
do
here.
apologize for it. It does not reflect the views
Thanks
of
to the
this body,
HDS.
of this city, or anyone here individually, members, staff, or otherwise.
HDS.
We appreciate your patience. The First Amendment requires that we allow them to speak on things
Viewer
that
discretion
are
is
within the
advised.
power of this city and on the agenda. So,
Tress
Mr. Herman,
Kodak, you
stick to
watching?
the agenda items. And with that, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go.
Buenos días, panzón abogado.
Good morning, fatso lawyer.
Estos objeciones y apelaciones
These objections and continuations
son para babosos como tú, güey.
are for dumbasses like you, dude.
Porque siempre no...
Which item are you speaking to?
Óyame bien, cabrón. Número 8 por 27, pendejo. 19 items. Puto.
Dumbass, I'm talking about item 19.
No, señora. Número 8 por 27
119.
son los appeal y objection.
Number 8 by 27 about appeals and objections.
Estos problemas y asistencia, servicios de preparación, vale madre putos.
These assistances and continuations aren't worth shit.
And are unconstitutional. If you have a lien, contest it. If you're here for a lien, get up at that mic and contest it. Don't let that bully motherfuckers up there take away your property for a fucking lien.
That's it.
Fuck you, Los Angeles. That's item 8 through 27. I oppose in opposition of all those fucking liens. Fuck you, Grote, you dumb fuck. Now to the other item. You want a number? 97, bitch.
Number 1. How about that?
97 regarding Bloomfield. Where are you at, Juju? Are you listening? I want you to repair the services along the avenues in Council District 3, Juju, before you leave. So
He's
get
not even
your
here.
ass on it and fix it.
He's not even here.
Now on the other item, like 98, asshole Bloomfield, regarding the Bothwell Ranch. I want ADA compliance in those fucking restrooms. You're gonna put bars, you're gonna put tactile, you're gonna make it so compliant that I can see my ass shine off the reflection of the tile when I take a shit like you. Also, the walking, the trails, the signage, all have to be in the restroom in compliance under the ADA 2010 standards, you stupid motherfucker. Then I go into number 99, you fucking retarded asshole bald spot attorney, regarding Bloomfield in CD 3 25-1331. $500,000 fucking dollars for project services, clarifications, and reservations for the above fund transfer. I'm against it. Fuck you, Los Angeles. You got a fucked up plan and a fucked up attitude and a fucked up DA.
That's it.
Then I go to the other item on number
He's not lying.
fucking over 100 fucking items. How do you expect people to react? Well, I'm reacting. Another one. 99. Fuck item 99. Fuck item 100. Fuck item 104. And fuck you, Mr. Attorney. For the record, I'm still on topic. Then I go on to the issue on HUD.
Love him.
HUD says about
Fucking love him.
homeless outreach services. You heard of the news? Outreach services suck. You suck, motherfuckers. I have a right to understand why I've been homeless. Now the world knows why you're homeless. Fuck you. You should have fought these bitches on
General
these
public
issues.
comment.
Now into my general public comment, you said?
Yes.
Dog eater. a non-agenda.
If you do not want to do your general public comment, you do not have to. Believe me, we certainly don't care.
Brandenburg versus Ohio, KKK. US 395 444 1969. Listen, nowhere in this world has this city done any good for the public. You jammed up our ass this whole agenda at the end of summer before you go on vacation. Well, guess what? I see that as a dirty nigger move, and that shouldn't happen, right? That is offensive, it is retaliatory, and discriminatory. Under the Bain Act 52.1,
Please
don't
silence
threaten
his.
me,
Please
motherfucker.
silence his microphone. Speaker,
Here it
you've
comes.
used one of the prohibited words, which is a violation of Council Rule 7. This is your only warning. And this word and any of its variations or any of the other words described in Council Rule 7 may not be used again in this council meeting and any future council meetings or any future council committee meetings. If you violate the rule again, you will forfeit your speaking time.
They already let his
and
time run out.
be removed from this meeting. Also, sergeants, if we have the handheld mic, we need that person to be in the center aisle as close as they are able to get to the podium. Next time, please do not allow someone to speak
From their seat.
for dubious reasons, especially from the 18th row of the gallery. Thank you.
Come on, Mike. What are you doing?
It's not my fault you suffer from HDS, you retard. So, for the record, 42 USC 1983 politely and with all Donald Trump forwarding this
And
message,
Mr.
fuck
Herman,
you.
your time has expired. You have been warned. If you disrupt this meeting again, you'll be subject to removal pursuant to Rule 7 and Rule 12. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot apologize enough. I just want the record to reflect. We even had to have someone take their children out of the room. The Brown Act applies to a lot of different things. It does not apply
Kids growing
to,
up today.
It does not
Without
force
kid gloves.
Mr. Herman to be polite in any sense of the word. Again, we appreciate your patience, and we are truly, truly sorry. This is a regular occurrence, and he is allowed to speak, and we enforce the rules as we are allowed to do. He's been given plenty of warnings, and at this point, you'd think he'd know the rules almost as well as I do. With that, sorry, go ahead, Mr. President.
And with that, I'll just ask, our friends in the state legislature made the decision to require us to have telephonic public comment.
Required
they did
us.
nothing, zero about what we just heard. And so I'd call on them, since they want to intervene in our meetings, I'd call on them to do something about what they just heard. Thank you.
Aw, you don't like free speech? I get it, you socialist, communist pig. Old mill
sorry.
dud,
Good-
I get it. It worked for
good
you
morning.
when it
I'm sure
worked
we'll
for
use a
you,
breather
but it
after
ain't
that.
finna work
Which
for you.
items
It
would you
ain't
like to
finna
speak
work
to?
for you.
116
So we finna do
first,
what we finna do, because it's
119.
the law. And I know you don't finna like the law.
Won the ULA and general public comment.
Why don't you ask Brother Akili to
3
come
minutes for
on
the
down
items
and
1
give it
minute for
to you
general.
one
I see a
more
lot of new
time.
faces today. So basically, once your 3 minutes runs out, you'll hear a beep, and then it'll switch over to that final minute for general. Go ahead and begin. Thank you.
My name is Clara Solis. My children are here today. I like to think that I taught them to live their life with integrity and to be honest and loyal friends, and to always be honest and upfront on what you're going to do and do what you're going to do. Today, we have a resolution in 116 that has changed to something that I don't know what it is. I haven't had time to read it. It's much longer. I ask that this be tabled because it is not what we asked for. With Save San Pascual Park, we asked that the City of Los Angeles and our council member oppose the Arroyo Seco water reuse project. I'm sorry, I'm very upset after just getting this amendment. I
White liberal.
supported the original
Going crazy.
resolution as it was originally proposed. The Gabrielino band of Mission Indians were identified in a sacred land search by the California Native American Commission. Pasadena notified 10 tribes of the project. Only the Quiche Nation responded and provided documentary evidence and documentation of their claim. They have requested full
be right back.
avoidance
I'm gonna
of the
refill my
sacred
coffee.
site. I support their request for full avoidance. The site of the Arroyo Seco water reuse project is in the San Pascual Valley. Every part of the San Pascual Valley is within a quarter mile of the 110 freeway. Many of our homes are within 25 feet of the freeway. We have over 70 apartment buildings. Over 60% of our residents are linguistically isolated, and a recent study of a part of our neighborhood found 63% of the residents were renters. All but 6 of the homes in this valley are in the city of Los Angeles. In terms of pollution and heat island impacts, topography matters. Our neighborhood is a bowl. When smoke from the Lineage fire came this way, the air stayed bad. What protects us from pollution is our trees. So when we found out this project was going to cut down 136 trees, we were outraged. We then found out it was going to take a half acre of our parkland, our San Pascual parkland. LA is one of the most park-poor communities in the nation. Our side of the 110 freeway is especially poor. This isn't the first time our San Pascual parkland has been taken. South Pasadena's Stony Drive and part of their parking lot for the South Pasadena Ballpark was built on San Pascual parkland. There are no permits for this. We sued Pasadena and South Pasadena in 2024, demanding an environmental impact with better alternatives. Our lawsuit describes how they had never had a single meeting in Los Angeles, how all the materials were in English with not a single line of Spanish. We told how they tried to hide the project from us by mailing notices the day before Thanksgiving to arrive on Black Friday. They settled our lawsuit, giving us an EIR. Unfortunately, the project is now the same with worse alternatives. And again, not a single public hearing in Los Angeles. The other speakers will tell you more. Project proponents say this project will be good for us because we can walk around the containment basins and read signs that say what a great project it is. Back then we said, wait a minute, we can walk through the stream and see wildlife now. And what about the 100-year-old trees? You can't just cut down a mature tree and replant smaller trees and expect them to provide the same benefit. It takes decades. I ask
Thank you, Speaker. Your time has expired.
Yeah, the 110 freeway is the oldest freeway in our entire country. It was the very
Before
first
the
freeway
next
ever
speaker
made in
begins,
this
I'd like to
entire
call
country.
up a few more names.
The
Gabby
110.
Segovia, Bob Gay, John Camera, Alicia Baltazar, Yvonne Wheeler, and Boxer.
That's why it was the first freeway. It only had 2 lanes at first, and those turn-off ramps are crazy, like hairpin turns. Fools were rolling on there with their horse and carriage.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Old slow
sir, if you
fucking
could speak
Model
into the
Ts.
microphone so we can hear you.
It's going to be about 118, 82, and 83.
Okay.
About the public housing that's going on.
So you have 3 minutes for the items. Go ahead.
Okay, I would like to say, Miss Roma, wherever she's at, I was able to cast that vote. I got there
Why
in
is he
time
wearing
to
a
cast that vote
helmet?
that day for you.
Oh, that's a
Hope
hat.
you make it in.
Looks like a helmet.
Anyway, I'm coming up here to talk about the UTLA. It's often said that if something is not broken, then you don't have to fix it. And if it's fixed, you don't have to break it. I've never came up and I don't, Mr. I guess he's the president in here.
I guess he's the
yes,
president.
I can't see that.
Oh,
for you.
milk
I'm
dud.
sorry. But
Getting dissed,
I
milk
don't
dud.
respect presidents much these days anyway. We got one in the White House, and I'd rather respect a 2-year-old than respect him. Anyway, ULA is one of the most effective tools to keep people housed and working, okay? It has helped prevent thousands of people from falling into homeless situations outside. I don't know what you're going to do between now and 2028, but it's true we must keep people off the street. Don't make this look like a city that's that's way back in the country days or something. You know what I mean? But I would like to come and just say that ULA is doing a great job. So if it's working, don't break it. I mean, they're doing a great job, and they're keeping people off the street, from living on the street. If you've ever been homeless before, then you will understand. Okay? How many of you guys up here have ever been homeless? Up there in the whole council? Is there anybody? Because I've been there and done that before, okay? And please, do what you can to keep this situation going with ULA. Please, I'm asking that. I won't take up too much of your time.
Take off.
That's just about it. Okay, thank you very much.
Jay Rowland, he's wearing a chin diaper because his mouth is full of shit.
And as
Viewer discretion is advised.
For Mr. Spindler to get up here,
Viewer discretion.
I'm just a message to the gentleman who walked his children out of the room during Mr. Herman's public comment.
Oh.
You might want to do the same thing during this public commenter as well. Just giving everybody the same warning.
SDS?
So, Mr. Spindler, this
Spindler
is your first
derangement
no informal warning.
syndrome?
You also know the rules. Do not disrupt me while I'm trying to give instructions.
Okay, you've wasted
to the members of the public
three
who are
people's
here.
times now.
Your time has not started.
By wasting
We're going
this-
to wait.
this
We
shit.
are going to wait for the children to be able to leave the room.
And that's wasting more time. That's wasting more time. There's 3 people that could have spoke on the phone, telephonically, or in person, and won't be able to speak now because of
We really appreciate everyone's
the
patience, and I
derangement syndrome
apologize
of
to
this
the father who
pumpkin-headed
has to walk his
motherfucker.
Children out of the room for the second time
Be a man.
today.
Be a fucking man. You should be
With
sponsored
that,
by
you have 3 minutes
Kleenex.
for the items and
You
1
should
minute
be
for general
sponsored by
public comment. Go ahead.
Kleenex.
That's right. Good morning, criminals. Item 118
Fucking pussy.
is the big fuck ULA tax.
Pussy.
Why, with all the fucking taxes being applied, do we have to fucking pay a transfer tax because a property is worth a particular amount of money? And what do you do with this goddamn money? Nobody gets any housing with this money. It goes to nothing but money laundering. Go over to Hoover and Wilshire Boulevard and look at Heather Hutt, how she launders the money. Kicking the people out of the housing and put them on the streets in a burnout building. Look at Eunice Hernandez and what she does with ULA money. How she puts every homeless person in every cul-de-sac, in every alley to be dumped on our streets. Like Carondelet and fucking Hoover. 8th Street and Rampart. 8th Street and Coronado. 7th Street and Coronado.
That's near MacArthur
you
Park.
ain't spending this money on the homeless. You're laundering the fucking money.
Yes.
Also, there's a goddamn state constitutional amendment coming up on the ballot that's going to prevent you from doing this. Get rid of ULA in its entirety. Refund the money
Brother
back
Achille?
to the Jews, and let's start all over again with this bullshit. So now we get to motherfucking cold storage on 119.
Uh-oh.
Did you know
Warehouse
that
fire.
Kevin De Leon knew what Heather and Isabel knew? Did you know that storage facility had a violation? They had already had problems on the roof with a potential fire. Did you know that, Heather? Did you know that they didn't go back and make sure that that building was safe before they started construction again? Did you know that the fire suppression system was not properly inspected annually by the Los Angeles Fire Department? Did you know that, Isabel? Did you know that? Of course you don't know that. And when they fucking kicked out Kevin De Leon to put your incompetent ass into that goddamn seat, that's why the goddamn fire happened. Kevin was sitting there wouldn't have been no goddamn fire in that goddamn storage facility because Kevin De Leon was going to stop that shit and make them do their inspections. But not Isabel. Isabel cut the fire budget. So those fire inspectors had no money to inspect anything, and now it's burnt down. If you want to get free food, you go to Boyle Heights. If you want to see rats
Look at her
get
holding
free
up the
food,
paper in
you
front
go
of his
to
face,
Boyle Heights.
pretending not to
If
see
you
him.
wanna
Look at her.
what burned out shit looks like,
Right
you
here.
go to Boyle Heights.
Look at
now,
her.
if you want to live like a human, do what Spencer Pratt's going to do and move to Santa Barbara. Now we get
General
to the
public
general
comment.
comment.
Petty bitch, rolling her
From the
eyes, doing
bottom
that.
of my heart,
Petty bitch.
I want to wish all 15 of you the worst fucking holiday vacation you have ever
That's
had
it.
in your fucking lives.
And their
'Cause
families.
There is nothing more disgusting, criminal, thievery, corruption than this 15-member council body. You do nothing but conspire to scheme, lie, cheat, blackmail, steal, murder potentially, I hear, kidnap, kill, call up fucking social services to track people's kids out of their homes. This motherfucking city attorney says that he protects children. They'll send social services out to your house if you're a fucking problem for their mafia. And they've done it before. So now Imelda's got a headache. I understand, Imelda. And I know there's pills you can take, but if you go over to Woodley Avenue between Victory and Burbank, Imelda, they can give you something where you feel no pain for the whole vacation. Fuck y'all.
Gotta
And as the
love
next
Mr.
speaker comes up,
Spindler.
I should have mentioned earlier, you don't have to be a child and you don't have to have children to leave the room during that public comment. You are more than welcome to do that.
Shut up. You're wasting
Good morning.
everybody's time,
What would you like to
buckethead.
speak to?
Or pumpkinhead,
Buenos
motherfucker.
días. Mi nombre es Gaby Segovia. Vivo en la comunidad de Wilmington, California.
Good morning. My name is Gaby Segovia. I live in Wilmington.
Somos parte del CD15.
We're part of the 15th district.
Soy madre de 4 hijos que van a diferentes escuelas en mi comunidad y soy abuela de un niño de 2 años.
I have 4 kids that all go to school in the community, and I am a grandmother of a baby. Excuse me, interpreter correction, of 2 babies.
Voy a hablar sobre el artículo 96.
I'd like to speak on item number 96.
Yo apoyo esta ordenanza porque es importante que las tiendas de humo no estén cerca de las escuelas.
I think it is important that these stores are not next to schools.
Porque pueden influir en los estudiantes para que prueben productos que dañan, como el tabaco y los dispositivos de vapeo.
Because they can influence students to try products such as tobacco and vaping products.
Ver estas tiendas todos los días puede hacer que fumar parezca algo normal y aceptable para nuestros niños y nuestros jóvenes.
Seeing these stores around every day can make it appear that smoking and the use of tobacco is normal and acceptable for our youth.
Las tiendas de humo cerca de las escuelas también pueden aumentar la tentación de que los estudiantes menores de edad compren y usen estos productos.
These smoke shops that are next to these schools can also increase the temptation for these kids to want to try these tobacco products.
Tenemos que mantener estas tiendas de humo muy alejadas de nuestras escuelas. Esto nos va a ayudar a crear un ambiente más seguro y saludable para nuestros niños y nuestros jóvenes.
We have to keep these smoke shops far away from schools. This will help us maintain a safe and secure environment for our youth.
Y así ellos puedan concentrarse en aprender y tomar decisiones positivas.
This way they can concentrate on their learning and take better positive decisions.
Por favor, les pido a todos, el bienestar de nuestros niños y nuestros jóvenes es trabajo de todos.
Please, I'm asking all of you, the well-being of our youth is a shared work of all of us.
Recuerden que podría ser tu hijo, tu nieto, tu sobrino el que puede estar acerca de esas tiendas y de estar en peligro. Gracias.
Please remember, this could be your child, your grandchild, your nephew that is affected by these smoke shops close to the schools. Thank you.
10 arrested in federal human trafficking sweep targeting LA's Figueroa corridor.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak to?
Public comment on item number 6.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Public comment on item 96.
10 whole people.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general public
100,000 in
comment. Please start
resources
with,
to get
item
10
number
people.
96.
Awesome.
Thank you. My name is Alicia Baltazar. I too reside in the 1-5. As I said last time I was here, this initiative was started by community members that live near the smoke shops in our community. They came and let us know that since the smoke shops has opened, they were unable to live like they normally do. They were community members that have lived there for 20 plus years, and we're now having to put up a fence because people were showering and having sex in their yard. This was also brought to my attention from business owners that had to try to operate their businesses next to these smoke shops. One in particular is a laundromat that is having a lot of problems with the people who are hanging out at these smoke shops. But when I really picked up this fight was when my son came home from school and let me know that the vape pens were only $10 on the corner by his school. And when I asked him how he knew that the pens only cost $10, he informed me that it's because his friends had just purchased them on their walk home from school. So these smoke shops being so close to our schools are giving kids our access way too easily. I'll go ahead and wait.
Go ahead and wait for what?
1 minute.
Thank you. I'm also a member of Reclaim Our Schools Los Angeles and a member of Alliance for California Community Empowerment. And one of the things we do, we've been working on safe passages to and from our schools. These smoke shops directly undermine the work that we have done to make kids safe going to and from schools. I'm here today to remind you guys that the students are our future, and when we don't take care of them, we fail our future of our communities. It is our least bare minimum to support these kids by providing a safe space for them to walk to and from schools. These smoke shops we know are illegally gambling, we know that they're selling drugs, we know that they're just bringing a lot of nuisance to our communities, and we feel like it's not fair for our students to have to walk past these. Where I live in Wilmington, there are 5 schools within less than a mile of each other. And within that little ring, there's 3 smoke shops that my kid has to walk through to get to school. I live literally like 2 blocks away from the school, and my kid has to walk past 3 of them to get to and from. That's a problem, and we ask you to please do something about that.
Wilmington's a rough area, too. Bro, I wouldn't be out on there. Oh, Johnny G. I ain't going down to Wilmington
Speaker,
for
which item
nothing.
would you like to speak to?
Nothing.
Public comment.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute.
Good morning, council members. Happy 4th of July. Yesterday, there was a great discussion about recreation and parks funding. I agree we must do everything possible to fund recreation and parks. I am asking, no, I am pleading that recreation and parks, which oversees One Generation building, to do everything possible to improve the facility and landscaping. It saddens me to see seniors and veterans sitting outside on dead grass and weeds. Mr. Blumenfield, the community is ready and willing to helping rejuvenate One Generation. With your leadership, we can complete this. Sadly, sir, before you leave office.
That's it.
Speaker,
Old
which
Johnny
items would you like
G.
to speak to?
Nothing was tragic.
Yes, 96,
The
which
panderer.
I believe is the smoke shops, and public comment, please.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each. Please start with the item.
Thank you. Just quickly, yesterday, great discussion here in the council meeting. But again, as we had to do today with item 96 and all others on the agenda, we had a gentleman or a man who's an insult to God, to man, and to the mentally ill, because he uses that claim so that he can act like an idiot here. And we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about Herman. But you know what's the worst part of this whole thing? Is the way this council handles. You've lost control of what's happening here. Take back control. Treat the people with respect. Sorry for those young kids who had to leave here because you allow an insult to God by a man named Herman. And to the African American community, I'm sorry that you had to hear all these years later, we had to hear an idiot like him who uses mental illness to be excused. Apologize to all the African Americans.
Before the next speaker, I'd
There's
like to
Herman in
call
the
up
back.
a few more names. Jessica Hernandez
Egging him
Solis, Lauren Akim, Kimberly Johnson, Ariel Moore, Duarte, Neto, and Lex Lacan.
Lex
Which
Lacan?
items would you like to speak to?
That's gotta
81
be
and
fake.
82 in general
Look at those Lex Lacan.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes for the items.
Remember, guys, we
and
still
1
have
minute for
phone
general public
comments
comment.
coming,
Please
too.
start
The
with
phone
items.
comments are back today.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne Wheeler, and I am the president of the Los Angeles City Council. Council President and council members, today we have a choice. We can protect one of the most important victories working people have won in the city, or we can allow it to be weakened. Measure ULA is doing exactly what the voters intended it. It's creating good union jobs, building desperately needed affordable housing, and keeping families in their homes, and also investing in communities that have been left behind for far too long. That is why Labor stands firmly behind preserving ULA and supports item 81 and 82. It strengthens implementation while protecting the will of the voters. What we cannot do is send ULA back to the ballot.
Was that his full name,
Going
Eric?
back to the ballot would hand wealthy special interests another opportunity to spend millions of dollars to dismantle a measure that is already delivering results for working families. Every dollar spent fighting the same battle again is a dollar not spent housing people, creating jobs, or preventing homelessness. The people have already spoken. Our responsibility is not to relitigate their decision, it is to honor it. Let's protect ULA. Support items 81 and 82 and continue building Los Angeles where working people can afford to live, work, and thrive. Thank you.
You better give it here.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak to?
Item 118, 82, and general comment.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please start with the items.
Thank you. My name is Jesse, and I'm an organizer with LA Can, and I'm a resident of Skid Row. I am here to urge the council to oppose placing amendments to measure ULA on the ballot and to oppose the so-called compromise that came out of the ad hoc committee. Both would hijack ULA funds to go toward shelter. That includes interim housing, time-limited subsidies, and anything that is not permanent housing. This is a betrayal of the will of the thousands of voters and of LA Can members who organized, phone banked, knocked on doors to get ULA passed. Undoing ULA will only increase houselessness in the long term. Measure ULA is working. In just 1 year, it has raised over $1 billion and helped keep more than 10,000 people housed. Funding shelter and temporary housing instead of permanent housing and tenant protection shows our elected leaders are not serious about solving the crisis, but only want to remove unhoused people from sight to appease their wealthy constituents. I do community watch every week in Skid Row, and I witness people being brutally criminalized under LA Municipal Code 4118 simply for existing on the streets. People are harassed, displaced, and pushed from block to block while
This
trying
pig's
to survive.
busy eating a
And now one of
sandwich
the biggest
while this
sources of
person's
funding
talking.
that actually helps prevent homelessness and create permanent housing is being threatened.
The
In the
eye
city
roller.
that claims to care about ending homelessness, right now, 7 people are already dying every day on the streets of Los Angeles. Gutting Measure ULA to push the mayor's interim housing agenda will only push more people into homelessness. People do not need somewhere to temporarily exist. They need real, permanent housing with dignity, stability, and safety. We cannot afford to go backwards. We need to strengthen our commitment, protect Measure ULA, and continue investing in solutions that treat housing as a human right.
What's up, Pete? Morning. I'm sure everything's going crazy over there, Pete, because you
Speaker,
guys
which items would
won.
you like to speak to?
Guys go
Hi,
play
my name's
Mexico.
Lex Meyer. I'm speaking to items 118, 82, and general public comment.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please start with the items.
Thank you. Like I said, my name is Lex Meyer. I'm here with Los Angeles Community Action Network. I'm a student at Occidental College, and I'm here to tell you that ULA is working. Measure ULA is one of the city's most effective tools to keep people housed. It's working. It's helped prevent thousands of people from falling into houselessness and is funding real, permanent, affordable housing solutions. Since taking effect, ULA has raised more than $1.2 billion and kept over 10,000 people housed and reached more than 154,000 tenants through Stay Housed LA. We urge you to vote no on items 118 and 82. Diverting ULA funding towards shelters, which includes interim housing, time-limited subsidies, and anything else that is not permanent housing will only increase houselessness in LA. Hijacking funding from permanent housing and houselessness prevention to spend on time-limited subsidies betrays the will of thousands of voters, tenants, and and tenants, particularly those impacted by the housing crisis, and undermines the purpose of Measure ULA. This is an undemocratic process that hurts working class tenants in favor of billionaires and corporations. Voters overwhelmingly approved Measure ULA. What is the percentage of voters that want these amendments? This is not a democratic process. This was a negotiation between the 1%, negotiated by the 1% with their interests in mind. They're playing games with people's lives, and we need to protect accountability, honor voter intent, and keep the focus on defending ULA. No on 118, no on 82, and keep ULA the way it is.
And you guys are welcome on behalf of all the taxpayers who give you all that billions of dollars. You're welcome.
Names. Josh Teller, Esmeralda Negrete, John 50 Cents Top, Jim G, and Barney Cincos.
50
Hi,
cents.
Speaker. Which items are
Oh,
general
he's
public
back.
comment did you want?
The sassy
Hi, General
snake.
Public Comment 82 and 118. My name is Lauren Akiem.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items. Please begin with those and then followed by general public comment. Please begin.
Thank you. My name is Lauren Akiem. I'm the Climate Campaign Director at the LA Alliance for a New Economy, where we work with labor partners like the building trades and UTLA and with community allies for climate investments and union jobs. And we stand here today with Measure ULA because housing justice is climate justice. And the city needs ULA to fund the rental assistance, legal services, and union-built affordable housing that will keep people housed and off the street and create life-changing careers for Angelinos. Developers and other corporate interests have often claimed that the sky is falling, and Lane has done research showing time and time again these claims do not bear out. Year after year, community advocates and unions work to make life better for working people, and the wealthiest claim it will ruin everything. Year after year, when the changes that we together have won go into effect, we see how our economy, our workers, our neighbors, our families see real improvements in their lives from these progressive changes. The council already has the power to make certain modest amendments if they're in line with the measure's original intent as approved by voters, such as what came out of the ad hoc committee. We oppose broad changes such as in item 118 that would require going back to the voters. As Ms. Wheeler just said, the people have spoken. We need to stand with ULA. We need its programs, services, and union-built affordable housing to stabilize LA, and we urge your support to protect it. Thank you.
Thank you, socialist communist. Thank you for your little speech.
Before the next
Exactly,
begins-
Chacho. Yeah. Yeah.
Before the next speaker begins, I'd like to call up a few
Wealth
more names for public
appropriation.
comment. Irma Martinez, Stevie T, Sam Rosterman, and Rose Kwok.
Rose
Cock. Which items are general public comment did you want?
Hi, can I have general public comment, item 82 and item 118?
I think
Yes,
he said
so,
Rose
you have
Cock.
2 minutes for the items. Please begin with those and then move to general public comment.
Okay. Good morning, Council President Harris Dawson and members of Council. My name is Ariel Moore, and I'm the Deputy Policy Director with the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor. Over the last several months, we've heard the same argument again and again, that Measure ULA isn't working and should go back to the ballot. But the evidence tells a different story. This crisis is a predictable outcome of a housing market that's oriented towards speculative investment and wealth accumulation instead of social good. ULA has already generated more than $1 billion to address our affordable
Rosie
housing
Crock.
and houselessness crisis. It's building more affordable housing, protecting tenants from displacement, and helping people move from homelessness into permanent housing, while preserving existing affordable homes. This affordable housing shortage, not ULA, is what created the crisis. If the goal is to improve implementation, you've already done the work. The ad hoc committee spent months bringing together labor, affordable housing advocates, community organizations to develop thoughtful technical amendments. These recommendations strengthen implementation, support affordable housing production, protect prevailing wage, and expand interim housing, all without reopening the measure that Los Angeles voters have already approved. Your vote today is a direct reflection of whose side you are on. Critics contend that Measure ULA discourages investment, distorts market incentives, and reduces efficiency. But this argument is classic microeconomic taxation around who deserves and who doesn't. Reject any proposal that weakens ULA or cuts the resources voters dedicated to solving this crisis. Support targeted relief for families impacted by the Palisades fire and finish the job by advancing the technical amendments we need to improve this program and its outcomes immediately. Fundamentally, Measure ULA constitutes a robust local policy that is helping housing be built. Thank you.
No, thank you for the script.
I signed up as
Oh.
Sam Rosterman today. I'm going to speak to all 600 of the items that are on the agenda or
all
whatever it is in
600?
general public comment.
All right,
So
under
you
over
have
2
3 minutes for items
under
1
over
through
2, under over 2
and 81 through 123, followed by a minute of general. Please begin.
Under over.
So we have lots of items related to housing, mostly about not building housing and kicking people out of the housing that already exists, and then criminalizing them when they're out on the streets. So, for example, we have item 86, which is related to the 2025 fires emergency. So it almost seems like, yeah, the fire ended a long time ago, but it's still an emergency because you're not rebuilding anything. Rebuilding is going so slow. Officer Tracy's completely screwing up the recovery effort and lying to her constituents, which is how she ended up getting so many votes. They all think she's doing something, but it's all a lie. She's not actually doing anything.
He's not lying.
So, and it's all about rebuilding for the Olympics, the MAGA Olympics, all that shit,
MAGA?
instead of rebuilding for community members and people who live in the city and would like their homes rebuilt. So we got a lot of items related to ULA today. ULA, you want to completely gut ULA because you're mad, because rich people are mad that people are getting housed and such. So I think it's very obvious that ULA is doing what it's supposed to do, and we should continue to let the voter-approved Measure ULA continue to help build more housing so that more people can be housed. You know, the voters approved ULA, so obviously that's what people wanted. It got on the ballot. I signed the petition. It got on the ballot, and it was approved by the voters. So, and now you want to gut it because I guess that's the one thing you're going to put on the ballot is getting ULA. So, what a joke this whole council is. None of you are even paying attention. We got and then once they're not able to get a house and kicked out of their house, then you get onto the street and you have items like item 93, which is an RV ban from city staffer B, who's currently planning his next trip to Las Vegas to collect some more bribes.
John Lee.
And we've got, criminalizing homelessness with these RV bans with 4118 is not going to get people housed. It's not going to get people services. It just puts them in jail because they exist on the street, I guess. You know, that's so disgusting, and it's contributing to the fact that 6 unhoused people die on the streets of LA every day, and you're now doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on all these policies. Are you going for 7? I mean, I don't know. It's like there's so many people dying on the streets out every day, and you're not getting them housing, you're not getting them services, you're just criminalizing their existence, and it's so disgusting. Let's move on to general public comment.
Okay.
A very happy SB 707 day to everyone who celebrates. Marquise is clearly so upset about it. I don't know why. It's just allowing people to give call and comment. Why are you so offended and upset by it?
Because he's a communist.
It's allowing more people to give public comment. But it's very obvious that Marquise just seems to have a general disdain for the public. It's so weird.
He's a communist.
It just seems to just generally despise everyone because or something. And he's so upset that more people are going to be able to give public comment over Zoom. So, and of course, I'm kind of also committing a questionable act here by giving summaries of the amendments. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to read the whole amendment in so that the people on the phone know exactly what the amendment is.
That's it.
Currently, they're just getting a nice little summary, and they've got to try to comment on that summary. Fire Jim McDonald. Shame on you for gutting almost every single charter reform.
Thank you.
Hey, I can't say he's lying about anything. I'm going to pause it for 1 second. Reason he's calling it MAGA Olympics, guys, is because, 1, he doesn't like Trump, but 2, because Trump's not allowing the trans men to compete against women.
Hi, Speaker. Which items or general public comment did you want?
So that's why it's
Buenos días, mi nombre es
MAGA
Esmeralda
Olympics.
Negrete. Soy miembro de Colectivo Poder Comunitario.
Hi, my name is Esmeralda Negrete. I am from Community Power Collective. ¿En qué quiere comentar, señora?
Vengo a hablar sobre el punto general y el expediente 188283.
Okay, I'm here to comment on 118, 82, 83, and public comment.
You have 3 minutes for the items, followed by a minute of general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Tiene 3 minutos para comentar en estos puntos que usted ha mencionado. Por favor, empiece con los puntos y luego recibe otro minuto para su comentario general.
Estoy aquí una vez más para pedirles que apoyen la moción de la concejal Isabel Jurado y dejen
She's
de
gone.
atacar la medida
Not even
ULA.
there.
So I'm here once again
She
to
left.
ask you to support Isabel Jurado's motion and for you to stop attacking Measure ULA.
And she's not even there.
El señor Marquesi
She's gone.
y el concejal Tim que dejen de pedir cambios a ULA. Ustedes fueron elegidos para servir al pueblo, no para proteger los intereses de unos cuantos millonarios.
Good luck,
So
Heward.
to Mr.
luck.
Marquise and Mr. Tim, please stop changing Measure ULA. You are elected to represent the people, not to make the few who are upset happy.
Ya basta de decir que ULA no sirve. Claro que sirve. Gracias a ULA, muchas familias han
There's no
tenido
such thing as a trans
acceso a
woman.
abogados
They're all
gratuitos
trans men.
para defender
No such
sus
thing.
hogares y hoy también están generando recursos para construir vivienda social permanente para nuestras comunidades.
And so enough with saying Measure ULA doesn't work. It
Trans
does
woman's
work.
lesbian.
It's working now. Measure ULA has provided free attorneys to people who are trying to protect themselves so that they can stay in their home, and it's providing more resources so that we can build permanent social housing.
Los únicos que atacan a ULA son quienes no quieren pagar impuestos para ayudar a la gente. No permiten que los intereses de unos cuantos pesen más que las necesidades de miles de familias trabajadoras.
And so the only people who are actually complaining about Measure ULA and attacking it are the ones that just don't want to pay taxes to actually help people. So don't let the complaints and the interests of the few outweigh the help that we're getting for thousands of working class families.
ULA fue aprobada democráticamente por el pueblo. Respeten ese voto. Defiendan a los inquilinos, defiendan nuestras comunidades y defiendan al pueblo, no a los millonarios.
I need more crumbs.
And so the Measure ULA was approved democratically by the people. Respect our votes. So defend the tenants, defend the community and the people, and stop defending the millionaires.
Ya basta de ataques contra ULA y no al 118 y no a la 82.
Stop, enough with the attacks on ULA. No to 118 and no to 82.
Y un comentario que quiero hacer para todos. Por favor, se me hace una falta de respeto que nosotros vengamos aquí a dar nuestro comentario público y veo que muchos de ustedes no prestan atención. Y para mí eso es una falta de respeto a todos los que venimos aquí a pedir que apoyen a ULA. Gracias.
Well, that's the plan.
And so
That's the plan, to kill
one
the
last
country,
personal comment
Tony.
to all of you.
And it's working.
Please pay attention to us when we come here to give public comment. To me, it
Fill
is
the country with these
disrespectful
people.
for us to take time out of our day to come and give public comment, and many of you aren't even paying attention. We're all here to support Measure ULA, and it's disrespectful that you're not paying attention
Just
to our
give them
public
enough
comment.
crumbs
Thank
to
you.
live so they
Good
come back
afternoon.
and
What
beg
would you
for
like to
more
speak to?
crumbs. They'll keep
Buenos
voting
días.
that way,
Mi
and
nombre
they'll
es
keep the
Irma
power.
Martínez.
Power
Soy
in
miembro
numbers.
de ACE
They'll win the votes
del
because there's
Distrito
more
9.
crumb eaters.
Hi, un momento, señora. Good morning, my name is Irma Martínez, and I live in
Tony,
District 9, and I'm
it's
an
a
ACE
global
member.
issue.
Señora
It's
Irma,
not a
¿en qué quiere
USA
comentar
issue.
el día de hoy?
Global.
Quiero hablar y decir que no
Global.
a la 118, 82, 83.
Go ask Europe. Go to Europe, Tony.
Y
I'm
un
here to-
comentario público.
It's even
I'm here to comment on
accelerated.
118, 82,
in
83,
Europe.
and also give public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead with the items.
Tiene 3 minutos para comentar en los puntos que usted ha mencionado. Empiece con los puntos y después recibe un minuto adicional para el comentario general. Adelante.
Resulta indignante ver que Harris Thompson emplea las mismas tácticas de extorsión que los millonarios.
It's infuriating to see Harris Dawson is using the same extortion tactics
Milk
that
dud.
billionaires are using.
Ooh, milk dud.
Amenazar con someter una propuesta a votación popular a menos que se les conceda lo que exigen.
And he is threatening to put a ULA measure on the ballot unless we give him the money that he's asking for.
And you're going to vote for him again.
Esto ya
Bet.
ocurrió
Wait
con
till
la
November.
medida del salario mínimo para los Juegos Olímpicos y con la ULA a nivel estatal.
This has already happened to the Olympic wage and the ULA measure at the state level.
En este caso, nos amenaza con llevar una medida sobre ULA a las urnas si no le asignamos 120 millones de dólares durante 4 años para un programa de vivienda provisional.
In this case, he is threatening to put a ULA measure on the ballot unless we give him $120 million for 4 years for an interim housing program that's not working.
John D., this is the squeaky
Que
wheel.
no está
The squeaky wheel always gets the grease. And
porque
here we
no
go.
¿Por qué no sacan esos fondos del
Squeaky
presupuesto
wheel.
policial?
So the interim housing program is not working, but why don't you guys take that money out of the police budget?
Él y otros
Good luck.
concejales como Tim McHoster impulsarán una medida electoral destinada a destruir verdaderamente a ULA. No es la primera vez que Harris Thompson y el Consejo Municipal actúan de esta manera con esos electores de la clase trabajadora. Gracias.
He and the other council members, like Tim McOsker, will put a measure on that ballot to truly destroy ULA. This is not the only time Harris Dawson and the city council have done this to their working class constituents.
Oh.
Thank you.
But who did you vote for? Did you vote for either of them? I bet you did. I bet you did. That's why you're sour right
Good
now.
afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to? And then also, who's giving the public comment?
So she'll be giving the public comment. I'll be interpreting.
Is this
Okay,
Laurel
perfect.
and
And
Hardy?
which items?
So we'll be on the item 118.
Just 118 and general or just 118?
118.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
안녕하십니까. 제 이름은 로지이며 오늘 안건 118번에 대해 발언하고자 합니다.
So good morning. My name is Rose, and I would like to speak regarding item 118.
Oh, it's Rosie Cox. Or Croc. Rosie
ULA는 그동안
Croc.
12억 달러의
Rose Croc.
재원을 마련했고 LA 역사상 처음으로 2년 연속 노숙자 감소를 이끌어냈습니다.
숍시키 션드나 이쿠와
최고 소송 건수를 16%나 감소시키는 데 기여했습니다.
Today, ULA has secured 1.2 billion in funding, driven a reduction in homelessness for 2 consecutive years, our first in LA's history, and contributed to a 16% drop in eviction filing over the past year.
이것은 단순한 숫자가 아닙니다. 바로 자신들의 보금자리를 지켜낸 우리 이웃들의 삶입니다.
So these are not merely numbers, they represent the lives of our neighbors who have managed to stay housed.
현재 제한된 신축 건물의 면제 조치는 합리적인 가격의 주택 공급의 의무는 면제해 주면서 매년 수천만 달러의 세수를 감소시켜 이 훌륭한 프로그램들을 위협하게 될 것입니다.
The currently proposed exemption for new construction would waive the requirement to provide affordable housing while reducing annual tax
We haven't done the call-ins yet,
by tens of
We
millions
still
of
have
dollars, thereby
public comment in here.
jeopardizing these vital programs.
저는 시의회에서 그 어떠한 수정안과 이를 이번 11월 선거 시 발의안에 상정하려는 안건을 반대합니다.
Cheers, Liv.
I oppose any city council amendments or proposals to place this issue on the ballot this November election.
지금 우리 커뮤니티는 ULA에 더 많은 기금을 확보하여 세입자여 렌트 보조, 현금 보조,
I
그리고
agree, Papa.
영구조, 저소득 아파트 건축에 지원해야 하는 때입니다.
The difference,
Now it's time for our
though,
community to
Papa,
support
is
more ULA funding to
their
support tenants,
parliament or their government
seniors,
officials
and
all think the
construction of
same
permanent
way,
low-income housing.
right? So they're all pushing in one direction. Here, we're pushing in one direction, trying to get help, trying to get people out, but then you have the other side of the government trying to hinder
you.
it all
Next
happening.
Speaker?
Right? So that's the
Council
problem.
President, would you like to move
That's
into
why
telephonic
slower
public comment?
here and more accelerated there.
Mr. City Attorney.
Yes, Mr. President, I believe before we move to virtual public comment, if we'd like to close public comment on the agenda items in general, I do recommend
his
that we
hair in the
exhaust
back.
public comment on the bid items as they are establishment of new bids. That would be items 3 through 7.
Okay.
So if you are here to speak on items 3 through 7, that is the establishment of new business improvement districts, and you have not yet had the opportunity to speak. Please
they won't let 'em.
line up on your left-hand side.
Okay, so
Again, this is limited to the business improvement district items 3
so
three
Spindler and
through 7.
Herman and
If you have
can't talk
already
again.
provided public comment, then you are not currently eligible to line up at this time.
Which is fucked up. So it's either or. Should be able to speak on the items just like anybody else. And again, if he didn't waste so much time
And I see
telling
at
us
least
about
a couple
Herman and
people coming
Spindler,
up.
we'd get three,
Just
4 more
for
people in.
everybody who's here, so that means that public comment on the items and general public comment in person is closed at this time. Speaker, when you get to the podium, if you could please let us know which of
Whoever
the
you
bid
are, give him
items you're here to
shit.
speak to.
Don't be an old commie.
1 second.
I'm feeling white liberal. Trying to sniff it out.
I'm here to speak on item 3, and I would like Ms. Park's attention specifically.
Okay, so you have 1
Miss
minute.
Park's already looking away. Look at her.
Excuse
She
me?
won't even look her way. This
Can
is
I
Miss
start?
Park.
You have 1 minute. Your time is
This is
starting
Miss
now.
Park right
Okay,
here.
I and other community members who could not be here demand that the City Council stop the ballot tabulation
She won't even look.
and reject the proposed renewal of the Venice Beach Business Improvement District. You cannot lawfully adopt final findings
Won't even
unless
look at
they
her.
are supported by substantial evidence. Street and Highways Code 36621 includes, upon submission of written petitions signed by the property or business owners in the proposed district who will pay more than 50% of the assessment proposed to be levied, the City Council may initiate proceedings and form a district by the adoption of a resolution expressing the intention to form a district. The City of Los Angeles is the largest property owner in the Venice Beach bid, representing 30.83% of the total assessment. The city submitted a petition for 23.28 of the required proponent petitions. So private property owners only represented.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. We don't care,
Speaker,
ma'am.
your time has expired.
Thanks for
Thank
battling.
you.
I know you came here for 2 hours.
Is there anyone else here? So
That's your time, ma'am.
oh, we have one more. And which of the bid items are you here to speak to?
We don't
3.
care, ma'am.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for item 3. Go ahead.
Peggy Lee Kennedy, Venice Justice.
Peggy Lee.
Ms. Malloy is correct that over 30% is city-owned property, and that is inaccurate. This should be privately owned. And not only that, this bid is like a sub-police to target unhoused people, and it's used exactly that way, and it's really wrong. In our council district, that's all that's happening, is being targeting unhoused people for lots of money, and we don't need more. This bid is wrong, and the way it's being used is wrong. It's protecting nobody but the city, mostly the city property, from being used by the people that it's removed from us. The diaspora, the people that have actually been removed, people who are people of color, elderly people that are ganged up on by.
Notice how nobody's happy here? Nobody.
Okay, and that is all the speakers we have for that item. Really quick, I believe there's a request. If you're here for item 21, if you could go, not for public comment, it's not
DEI,
open
baby.
for public comment,
DEI.
but just to your right-hand side of the council chambers, I believe there will be a representative to speak with you. Again, that is item number 21, a lien item on your right-hand side of the council chambers. With that, Mr. President, would we like to move to virtual public comment? And I will read in the instructions for virtual public comment. I will ask that everyone pay particularly close attention, as this is the first time in a while that we have had virtual public comment, and some of the instructions are new. Members of the public, I will now explain the procedure for virtual public comment. Please do not attempt to raise your hand until I am finished explaining the procedure. After I have finished explaining the procedure, I will ask staff to enable the raise hand function for our virtual public speakers, after which callers can then press *9 to request to speak. After you press *9 to request to speak, you will hear a message stating that your hand has been raised.
They haven't put the number up.
Callers, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you will forfeit your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. Additionally, because of a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, two things are important. First, while waiting for your turn to speak, please keep an ear to the phone so you know in real time when it is your turn to press *6 to unmute. Second, if you're listening to this meeting on other devices, please turn down the volume on those devices immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between the time delay and feedback, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on
Zero
other
today,
devices.
Adam.
And for our virtual callers, just as a reminder, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda is item number 1 through 27 and items 81 through 123.
Still
Again,
haven't
that's
listed
items
the
1
number.
Through 27 and 81 through 123.
How do we know what to call?
And with that, I will ask the staff to now enable the raise hand function.
How do you know where to call in? Notice they didn't list the number. Didn't tell you the number other than 2 times an hour ago. 2 hours and 2 hours ago they told you
And
the
whenever
number.
the staff is ready, we can begin
Notice
with the
that?
callers. Callers, once it's your turn to speak, please state which items
Make
you'd like
it
to
difficult.
speak to and whether or not you would like general. Yes, hello, we can hear you. What would you like to speak to?
Hey, what's up, Groat? I miss you, man. All available items and general public comment, please.
Valley
Okay,
Gun
so you have
Club.
3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. So we have a bunch of business improvement districts here. You know what really would improve the businesses would be if you did something about the rent that businesses have to pay. They don't really need any more tax breaks. They get a lot of help through a lot of different programs. They whine a lot. And honestly, that gets kind of old because there aren't a lot of programs for people that don't own businesses. But that being said, what would be better is if in all these different business improvement districts, the rents were just slashed in half. You know what would help businesses thrive? If they paid less rent. We always hear all these different reasons why businesses go out of business, but in reality, the number one reason is that they're in debt, and that's because they've been borrowing money to patch up the different properties that they don't even own and that they rent out. And then what happens is they get shut down for a health code violation because there's a hole in their roof that they didn't have the money to repair for a property they don't even own, and now that business goes out of business. So cut the business's rent. That's what would improve them. And, you know, I don't even own a business, and business owners kind of treat me like shit sometimes, but I'm still going to advocate for y'all because I'd rather see a bunch of small businesses in LA than a bunch of Amazon warehouses everywhere. Cut the rent for the businesses. Now for, I believe there's a bunch of liens, right? Lien items. The liens,
Look who's eating.
this is the city shaking down
Look who's eating.
homeowners looking for, like, it's almost like when you're broke as fuck and you want, like, you just want just enough money for, like, I don't know, like a drink or something, and you go hit up the couch and you start digging through all the cushions and looking through your car and you're like, fuck, I know I left $1 in here somewhere. That's what they're doing. They're fiending for the public cash. And what are they doing? Instead of going to all these different 501c3s and different developers that have been promising to give us money, services and projects completed. Instead, just taking our money and running. Instead of going to those sources, they're shaking down all the homeowners for basically pocket change to them, but to the public is the difference between living in your own home or being out on the fucking street dying. Now for the ULA item. All these fake progressive candidates, we really need to stop supporting them. This is what they do. They use all of y'all as cannon fodder, like storming the beaches of Normandy to get mowed down. So that what happens? You do a bunch of work for them. They get to call it a victory. And when they run for mayor, they get to pat themselves on the back and say, look what I did. When in reality, what it is the public voices their opinion through the ballot. And what does the city council do? They gut that shit. They gut ULA. They take money from a program that works and put it to programs that don't work. And that's what they want to do here. And the reason why they did an amendment through committee and they don't want to send it to the ballot is because they don't want the people to decide what they do with their own money.
General public comment?
Bob Blumenfeld. Oh, sorry, I got this. General public comment. Look how Marquise Harris Dawson begrudgingly accepts that we live in a country with the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
That's right.
And look how they beg for the state to come and step in so we don't have to hear these naughty words by Mr. Herman. Where's that energy for what allegedly spurred on the charter reform process, which was the audio leaks between we're not going to call it the Fed, we're going to call it the Federation of Labor, which is what it is, and the Democrat city council members about literally taking power away from black people because they're not Mexican. Like, where's the energy for that? And throughout that whole process, nothing has been done about fixing that. They literally just let that happen. So I want to see that energy for the people that actually have power to do shit. LA Valley Gun Club at gmail.com, LA Valley GC at gmail.com. We need to defend ourselves because they won't defend us. And they use people like Mr. Herman and Spiller to take away our rights.
Time has expired. We move on to the next caller,
He wasn't
please.
lying. I don't think he lied about none of it. Valley Gun Club. Go check him out. Uh-oh. I heard somebody there.
And bear with us. Again, we are reinstituting virtual public comment, so we're just, yep, we're good. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. What would you like to speak to?
Okay. My name is Christopher Martinez. I'd like to speak on items 87 and 88 and general public comments.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please
And they're
begin with
calling
the
from the
items. Go ahead.
hallway again?
Perfect. First and foremost, I just want to thank the Budget and Finance, Finance and Budget Committee, the Government Operations Committee, and the Council for pushing forward the tax amnesty program, including want to thank the DCR as well for helping operators, social equity operators with the tax amnesty program to give them a leg up and an opportunity to pay back their taxes and get in good standing. I think it's a great step forward, and it's going to assist or help the success of these operators. I did want to make some comments on what is being proposed. There's an opportunity to do a 3-year payment program, and there's also discussions about a 5-year payment program.
Eric, don't
My
spam.
suggestion is to just go across the board with the 5-year payment program, so there's no ambiguity in regards to the payment options. Essentially, what a large business operator can sustain as far as a payment plan might be different than a small one. So I think the 5-year payment program is going to be across the board more beneficial and useful, and also help the tax amnesty program be successful so the city could get some of the tax returned to them. Additionally, I'd like to make comments on the types of the tax amnesty program. Also, let me see here.
Shout out to Martinez.
Give me a sec. Shoot. I guess just general comments since I missed my notes. I also wanted to.
That's fine. You have 1 minute for general.
In regards to, sorry. The comment was going to be in regards to the no tax on the first $1 million generated for a business. This measure is similar to what Oakland and San Francisco are doing. This will also greatly benefit the social equity operators and help them sustain their businesses and get another leg up to compete against the black market. So this is a great opportunity as well. And overall, I just want to thank the DCR again and the council and the committee members for listening to the industry. Ultimately, we do need to lower the taxes overall, and I know it's a process that it takes, but ultimately lowering the taxes below the 10%, which currently is one of the state's highest taxes on cannabis. Lowering that 10% will ultimately stabilize the industry and help the longevity of the industry. So thank you for your time.
And sir, Mr. Martinez, they also
Thank you,
raised
caller.
the
Next
tax
caller?
today. The sales tax is now 10.25 here in LA. You heard that right. 10.25 sales tax.
Next caller, please press star 6 to unmute.
Robbery.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Marshall, and I'm new to this, but I do want to speak on Council File Number 94-260832 about a grant agreement.
Okay, so I don't, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that's on the agenda. So you can certainly speak to it during general public comment. Are there any items on the agenda you'd like to speak to? Otherwise, you'll have 1 minute for general.
No, I guess it would be just general
Okay.
comments on it, please.
You have 1 minute for general public comment.
Shoot,
Go ahead.
Jennifer, let's go.
Thank you.
Let
My
me
name
hear
is
ya.
Professor Jennifer Marshall from CSUN, and I'm here to urge the City Council to vote in support of the $14.22 million grant to Los Angeles Animal Services. The department is seeking $31.8 million for its operating budget, but Mayor Bass's proposal allots roughly $29 million, leaving a meaningful gap. This grant doesn't replace the city's responsibility. It gives LAS breathing room to add critically needed staff now, while proving out whether those positions deserve permanent city funding down the line. And that's a smart way to test improvements without committing taxpayer dollars. Private philanthropy is stepping up to fill urgent gaps while this city gets its budget right is exactly the kind of partnership that should be welcome. So I urge you all to please vote yes, and thank you for your time.
Yes, Hamburger Hernandez is drinking Diet Pepsi, I believe. I've been trying to figure that out for the last 20 minutes myself.
Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to refer item 116 to Rules Committee, please.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order.
Are we ready? Okay. Next caller?
Jason
And
Jenkins.
again-
Yes, this is Jason, and I'm a smoker
Yes.
scan viewer.
So which items would you like to speak
Let me get all of the
Jason
items in public comment there, Pumpkinhead.
to? Okay, so welcome back. I'm going to ask that you please stick to the items during
Call
general
the
public comment, you do
Pumpkinhead.
need to speak to something that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. With that, you will have 3 minutes for the items. That is items 1 through
Call the
27 and items 81 through 123.
legend.
And then
This
you'll have
man's
1
a
minute
legend.
for general. Go ahead.
That's mighty mighty there. So the other day I'm down on Figueroa with this chick, and I paid her $5 to let me, explore the back of her throat hole.
Okay, so
And
which
she was
item
telling
are
me
you
how she was trying to get with USA.
Speaker, which item are you speaking to?
I was speaking about the with the Olympics coming. This chick that was down there on Figueroa.
So
she was having some issues. She was
I'm gonna
wanting to
ask
get
you
in touch with y'all.
politely, and I'm sure we're gonna do this a lot. I'm gonna need you to identify the item you're speaking to, and if not, I'll move you to general public comment. But again, during general, you still need to speak to something that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. So, which item specifically would you
Federal
like to speak
raid
to?
on Figueroa today.
The one that has to do about the the chick down there on Figueroa there trying to
Okay.
double up
So
the charges for
It
my
sounds like
drive
this
up and stuff.
caller
Please
is
move on to general public
insisting on
comment.
talking about a soliciting
So you have 1 minute for general.
trafficked victims, so we need to move on.
What the hell is this South Shoe shuffling, shuck and jive?
Hold on.
Negro talking about
Can
up there.
Can we hold on, speaker? Can we please reset the clock to 1 minute? You have general public comment, and again, I've asked you now 3 times. You need to
He
speak
has
to
to
something
deal
within
with
the
it.
subject matter
He's
jurisdiction of
hating
the
it.
city, and don't interrupt me. So you need to speak to something within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. If not, you will forfeit your time. You've been warned multiple times. Go ahead. You have 1 minute for general.
All right, understood. Well, can you have that South Shoe shuffling, porch shuck and jive, porch Negro not interrupt me, bald-headed Negro behind you not interrupt me
This
also?
is not on topic. Let's move on to the next speaker, Mr. City Attorney.
Oh, my.
Next speaker.
You damn.
Shut Shout out to Jason Jenkins, the fucking legend. Goddamn legend. I mean, a motherfucking walking, living legend. And not all heroes wear capes, ladies and gentlemen. Not all heroes wear capes. Where's the next caller? Can we get it going, or are we just wasting more time?
Caller with the number ending on
1234 right now.
9857. Please unmute yourself.
We love you, Jason.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. What would you like to speak to?
Fucking Jason's legend.
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I am calling in regards to Scientology's infiltration of the city. You have to stop giving them permits. Hugo Soto Martinez, you know very well that Scientology is infiltrating your whole neighborhood and everything that you cover, Hugo. You know that you actually have the right and the authority and the ability to go and actually meet up with ex-Scientology children and ex-Scientologists and let them, and let you know how the fuck all this forced slavery, elderly abuse, child abuse is actually going on. Hugo, you are literally being lenient with Scientology's human trafficking
Laura.
by allowing them to close down a street last month for 3 weeks without a permit. They then violate the permits they do get, and nothing is done about it. Nobody is doing anything about it. Not Public Works, not Hugo, not anybody that has the responsibility to do it. So fucking city council needs to get...
Your time
All
has
right,
expired.
that concludes this call, and it concludes...
We got 4 callers.
Public comment, both in person and
4
telephonically
callers
for today's meeting, Mr. City Attorney.
That's it, just 4.
Yes. So members of the
Look at
public,
his
we have
face.
closed
Look at his
public
face.
comment for all the agenda items and for general public comment, both in person and remotely.
4.
Similarly to how we did for in-person public comment, I do recommend that we exhaust the bid items. So for callers, I'm going to ask the staff to please lower everybody's hands, and please only raise your hand if you are here to speak on the bid items. That is 3 through 7.
Please,
so
like
if you're here
Spindler
for
or
any
Herman,
other
call
item
in.
or
Please.
general public comment,
Please.
then it is not your
Call
opportunity
from the
to speak.
hallway. Please, Herman, call from the hallway. Spindler, please. Please let Spindler be on the phone. Or Harlan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, it's Daniel
How
Gus.
much time do I have to speak?
So
That's
we
Daniel
are
Gus.
taking the bid items.
That's Daniel Gus.
So the items that are open are items 3 through 7. So are you here to speak to those items?
Sure.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for those bid items. Go ahead.
Great. Hi, this is DanielGus.substack.com, multi-award-winning journalist focused on corruption from this LA City Council. Since I was not able to speak on the other agenda items, I'm going to speak for the full 3 minutes, 1 minute for each of these bid items. And I want to tell you, as you will see on DanielGus.substack.com, because I'm going to optimize my voice for your silencing all of us for the past 2 years. For bid item number 1, I want to caution everybody involved to look very closely at how many indictments...
Mr.
this
City Attorney, I'm sorry, Speaker, if you would hold for a second. Mr. City Attorney, this is 3 minutes for the bid?
Hold his time. His time is going. His time is going.
Got it.
His time is going.
My apologies, Mr.
His time
Gus,
is
you can
going.
proceed.
His time is going. Wasted
Thank you,
8
sir,
seconds.
because we have a new era here, as you'll see on DanielGus.substack.com. I want to caution about the first bid item. For every participant in the item and every observer who's watching this meeting, to note how many people on City Council and their staffers have been indicted, have been investigated for corruption in this city. So if you are involved in bid item number 1, I want to tell you, hold on to your wallet and watch the corruption. Watch the corruption, because there are all sorts of things going on that the mainstream media isn't telling you about. I'm going to move on to bid item number 2. Similarly, I want to caution all participants and observers for bid item number 2 to hold on to your wallets, because this city council has done everything it could to silence me, to silence all of the critics and gadflies, or whatever you want to call us, or Jason, who's talking about a legitimate crime going down on Figueroa. Shout out to Smoke and Scan, by the way, that you are actually in danger of being implicated in whatever criminal conduct has been going on with this city council, and since I couldn't speak on the other items today, I'm going to exhaust all 3 minutes today talking about these corrupt bid items, because as I'm going to move on to my third bid agenda item today. By the way, this SB 707 is supposed to stop crap like this from you silencing the public about stuff like this. So you better get your act together before you come back from your month-long vacation. I'm going to tell you that right now, because public comment, public criticism, and investigating this city council for corrupt bid, like anything else going on in the city, hold on to your wallet, because the city council and city hall in its entirety is corrupt from top to bottom, whether it's a bid or anything else on this agenda. Look how they've tried to silence critics, and all we're doing out here is pointing to the corruption on the first bid item, corruption on the second bid item, corruption on the third bid item.
Hey, Mr.
and
Gus,
every
your
other
time has expired. And again, this is for callers who have not yet spoken. So if you've already provided public comment during virtual or in person, you are not eligible to call in at this time. But for callers who have not yet had the opportunity to speak only on items 3 through 7, and that is the establishment of new business improvement districts. Yes, I believe we have someone on the line. Which of the bid items would you like to speak to?
Good afternoon. I'd like to speak on the 3 bid items, piggybacking off of Daniel Gauss at danielgauss@substack.com, please.
Yes. I thought it was Stacy
so you
for
have
a
3
second.
minutes for the bid items. Go ahead.
Hello?
It's not.
Thank you. Good morning, Monaco, Ziggy Piggy, Sambo, No Lip, Buckethead, the unelected, and the cop hater. Don't forget Adderall addict. We know who you are, sniff, sniff. You all are corrupt. We know that on the very first bid item, it's just corruption.
This isn't on the bid,
Everything that we have been trying to do.
Mr.
It is about the bid, actually. Thank you, Sambo. You be quiet now. I'm speaking. I appreciate it. We have a problem here in our city, and on bid item number 1, it's absolutely corrupt on what you guys are trying to pass through. You guys are trying to pass through so many items today, but we're going to focus on 1, 2, and 3. On number 2, I guarantee you
Item
that
number
Mr.
2
Wayne
is not open for
Spindler
public comment. So
and-
again, it's items 3 through 7.
I think it's Shelly, babes.
Sorry, 3 through 7. I have it written down because I had so many notes. But either way, I guarantee on number 7 that Wayne Spindler, Donald Harland, Armando Herman, and Arnold Sachs would definitely agree with me that we are all just showing corruption here. You guys have not done anything in the last 2 years other than pass money through and try to get things, but you're not putting the money where it needs to go. We know what you've been doing. We are watching you. The
Speaker,
feds are watching you.
I need
And all I
again.
can
The bid
say is
items are
this is
limited, so
truly
this is your
yours.
only warning.
This is Holden
I need
Cox.
you to connect it to the items, or you will forfeit your speaking time. So this sounds like general
It's
public
fine.
comment.
I said, this is Mrs. Holden Cox, okay? And I just say, y'all are frauds. Y'all need to get it fucked. And you know what? Smoking stands for life. Peace.
Oh!
All right.
Mrs. Holden
And Scott,
Cox.
is there anyone who has not yet
Hey,
spoken,
there's 3.
or is that
There's 3. He's hating it. He's hating it.
Okay,
Yes,
all
my
right.
name is Jason. I'm still a smoke cigar in your pumpkin head.
Okay,
Jason
so
Jenkins.
this is your only warning. You have already called in. Do not disrupt this meeting. If you call in again, you will be removed, and you will be ineligible to speak at the next meeting pursuant to the council
Come
rules.
on, Cuckhead. I'll
So
trade your dog for a minute.
next
of time,
speaker. Again, only callers that have not had the opportunity to speak yet, and they're only
fucking
callers here
dead.
for the bid items.
I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. I'm
It looks like
fucking
we don't have
dead.
any other callers, Mr. City Attorney. So I'm going to yield the floor to Councilmember Blumenfield of the
Oh,
third
we done
Council District.
brought the
Mr.
spice back,
Blumenfield.
ladies and gentlemen. The spice is back. Oh, he ain't liking it either. And seeing that fucking shitty
Thank you
smile
for a
on his
quick moment
fucking
here.
face makes it only the
Colleagues,
sweeter, baby.
On our last council day before
Fucking
recess,
sweet.
I want to thank Soren Shower. Soren, come over here.
Love it.
Who's been interning with us
Not
in
like
the
it, love
City
it.
Hall office for this summer. She's been working
Love
on all
it.
things charter reform, helping my staff craft policy, watching committee meetings, and so much more. She's a proud UCLA graduate who will soon be embarking on a new journey to Berkeley Law School. So we wish you nothing but all the best in your
Adam.
future endeavors, and please accept this certificate on behalf of the whole
It
city.
could get a little better. Damn, they didn't even give. Look at that shit. Didn't even give her a fucking frame.
All right,
Been
Madam
working
Clerk,
and
what's
couldn't even
before
get a
us?
frame.
Thank you, Mr. President. Regarding items 3
Here's
through
your
7,
O-Peachy
the
folder.
public hearings are now closed for those items. The tabulation of ballots shall take
Jason's
place
legend.
immediately in room 223 of
Jason
City
Jenkins.
Hall.
He's a
and
fucking
will be
legend.
publicly live streamed. For directions to access the live stream, visit clerk.lacity.org.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be just like Jason.
Public announcement of the
my
tabulation of
words,
ballots
bookmark
is on
it.
Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. The council may now take a vote block on items 1 through 10, 12, 14,
I can't wait. Now I can't wait for the
17
month
through 18,
long vacation to be
20
over.
through 22.
It's going to be fun, ladies and
24
gents.
through 25.
It's going to be fun.
27, 86 through 91, 94 through 95, 97 through 102, 104, 106 through 115.
It is gold.
119 through 120.
You're born with that. You
and
can't just
122.
obtain that. You can't buy that.
All right, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
I think, though,
All right, what's next?
honestly, as a strategy, I think Jason's going to have to learn to, like, you know, when they're talking about the item and it's, let's just say it is Figueroa, you know, something on Figueroa. He's going to have to learn how to tie it in. And you know what I mean? Because otherwise they're just going to cut him off. Now, if he learns to tie it in, they're going to be forced to give him 3 or 4 minutes of that. But because they don't, you know, he gets about a minute or so in. It's fun, and then they dunk him. You know what I mean? So that's how that's going to be. But I think everybody's going to learn now that it's back, and he is so angry. He is so angry that and everybody picked up on it. The Valley Gun Club guy, everybody picked up on how angry he was to allow people to have their fucking, you know, their right to free speech. It's wild, dude. What a communist fuck.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
So angry that you have your
All
right
right,
to
and
vote.
now
Even the
item
people that vote for him.
07.
Like, what does that tell you as a person that
107.
votes for him? Allison, thank you so much. Was
urgent
that you,
forthwith.
Allison?
Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
Was that you that called in?
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next is item 81, called special by Councilmember Gerardo for an amendment.
All right. Do we need to read summaries or?
Allison,
can
you're
we
awesome. Shout out for
proceed?
you for that one. That was a great
Summaries
call.
have been
We didn't
read
know who
for
it
the
was.
record.
You
The
didn't
council
say it
would
up
like to
front.
take up the item
Thought
as
it was
amended
Shelley
by
Babes,
81A,
but it was
Gerardo
Allison.
Blumenfield.
That's
all right.
funny.
All right, so we'll take up the item as amended. I got Councilmember Rodriguez on the queue.
As soon as I heard Buckethead,
Okay,
I
all right.
knew right away.
Let's open the roll.
Somebody that watches
Close the roll.
Smoking
Tabulate
Skin.
the vote.
13 ayes.
I'm
one
surprised
no.
Stacy didn't call
All
in.
right, what's next?
Maybe she's working.
Next is item 82, amending motion 82A, Gerardo Harris.
Now
Dawson.
she
If
can
the council
sing
would like to take
over
it
the
up as
phone.
amended.
All right, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
Yeah, the disdain in his eyes is
13
no
ayes,
different,
1 no.
Randy, than the
right,
moment
what's
that I
next?
rewinded of her
Next is
talking
item
about how
84,
great they
and
were
that is
doing for the
motion
city and just
Yaroslavsky
rolling her
Padilla,
eyes up
amending
into her
motion
head.
Yaroslavsky Padilla, 84A.
And
If
then
the
when
council would like to
Spindler
take it
called
up
her
as
out,
amended.
she put the
Let's take
newspaper
up
in
that
front of her
item as
face.
amended. Let's open the roll.
So he
Close
couldn't
the roll.
see her.
Tabulate the vote.
She's a petty bitch.
14
She really
ayes.
is.
All right, what's next?
Next is motion
Same chick who told you, fuck the police. She said
Harris
it.
Dawson
It's
to
on
move
video.
the Budget and Finance Committee report for
I
item
was
number
just
92.
quoting the
All
song.
right, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate
Got all the
vote.
votes.
14
But
ayes.
funny enough as it is, she has these,
All right, what's
district meetups.
Next
People
is
come
a
and meet
question
and
whether
greet.
to substitute item number 93.
LAPD is the security.
All right,
Wouldn't
let's
that be a
open the
funny?
roll on
Isn't that funny?
substitution.
So
Close
she
the
likes
roll.
them as
Tabulate the
security
votes.
to keep her safe from the
14
public.
ayes.
All right. And
Now-
let
But the communist that she is, she's one
All
of
right.
those socialist
Councilwoman
progressives.
Hernandez, a no vote, and
She
Councilman
wants
Rosello Martinez,
everybody on the
representing a no vote on the
crumbs.
substitution.
She wants bread lines. Yeah.
All right. So the item has been substituted. Now
I wouldn't be surprised if
substituted
they're all
item is before
Soros
us.
paid. They all get an envelope
Yes,
from
substitute motion,
from
Lee Padilla.
Soros.
All right, and just for the record, Councilmember
wouldn't-
Jurado, you called
Or
for this
some
for a
place,
separate
some
vote.
some
So
group
get ready.
like him
All right, let's open the roll on the item.
You know.
Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
to accelerate the decay.
11 ayes, 3 noes.
All right, what's next?
To keep
Next
it
is
going.
item number 96, called special for comments by Councilmember McCosker.
Yes, Foxbody.
Thank
Yes.
you very much, Mr. President and colleagues. I will
Yes.
be very quick.
The socialism's never worked. Ask anybody who lives in Cuba right now in 2026. That's the
particularly in
closest
Wilmington,
one you can
who
ask.
brought this
90
issue
miles
forward.
from
Alicia
90
Balthazar
miles from
was here. She
Miami.
was one of our speakers today, and she was the
If
one
it
who
worked, it
noted
would work.
that the proliferation
Didn't
of
work
smoke
in
shops
Russia
around the
either.
schools in Wilmington were damaging, harmful to the kids that have to experience that. She
I'd
actually
rather-
passed a petition.
I'd rather
The
get
other
up and work
speakers who
every
came
day
here
for
with
my
her were
toilet
early
paper
signers and were folks that circulated that
than have to
petition.
wait in a 3-hour line to
really
get toilet paper to wipe
very
my ass because
organic
you were kind
and
enough to
very
give me 2
needed
rolls for the
effort
month.
to put a moratorium on smoke shops in the 1-5.
That's just me.
frankly, and I know that we're going to be looking at other areas of the city. I'm very grateful to Councilmember Padilla's efforts to prohibit the sale of nitrous oxide. One of
honestly
the
feel
primary
it's-
products sold
it's
at
the
smoke shops has
corruption
been
that
nitrous oxide.
makes it not
But I'm
work.
also experiencing as we go
So you're saying
through
as a whole, the
smoke shop- we
thought of
pop
it is
into
what you're
smoke
saying
shops to see what the
should make it
activity
work,
is, and we
but the
see,
corrupt leaders make
oven
it
cleaner being sold.
not work
We see
because of their
the
corruption. I
whipped
get what you're
cream
saying.
products, which are also aerosol being sold, and we see dust busters. You know, the aerosol products that clean computers. I don't think anyone's driving home from work and thinking, I'm going to clean my oven tomorrow, so I'm going to stop at a smoke shop to pick up some oven cleaner. We know exactly why they're
Yeah.
selling these products, and it's going to be important for us to adopt this moratorium so that we prevent additional smoke shops from popping up, and then put ourselves in a position through the ICO to come up with reasonable regulations around not just where they can be, away from schools, away from parks, away from libraries, and away from one another, but I think we also need to come up with some regulations about what they sell. And this is to protect all of our communities. I hope that our experience in the 1-5 will be an experience that we can spread across the city, because I know we are all concerned about these businesses, which also appear very, very often, not every one of them, but enough of them to be problematic. They are also selling illegal cannabis and are fronting for other illegal activities. I do not know why it's around smoke shops, but I'm sure it's because we have an unregulated category at the moment. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all hanging in there on the last day. I do need 12 affirmative votes with no no's, so this can take effect immediately. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. McCosker. Let's open the roll on this item. Close the roll, tabulate the votes.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next is item number 103, called special for a separate vote by Councilmember Hernandez.
All right, let's open the roll on this item. Call special by Councilmember Hernandez for a separate vote. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, Foxbody, about socialism, but a lot of times some things that are good in theory just don't work out. Like, you know, like the push to electric cars, for instance, right? In theory, it's a great idea, right? Lower tons of emissions and lower our dependence on oil. There's a lot of upside to it, right? But when you look at the reality side of it, when you're already having issues with the power grid, you could never just flip the script and put everybody on the power and then kill the grid, and then we'd all be out of power because everybody's charging their cars. So at some point, it's just not feasible. The thought of it is great. I don't even blame them. I'm telling you, I think it was a decent idea, but it's just not feasible. It's not realistic. And the same with socialism.
Should only be for homeowners whose primary residence was destroyed, and people who genuinely need help rebuilding, not LLCs, investors, or people with a portfolio of properties. We had the opportunity to write those protections into this ordinance, and we didn't. And I have to ask, where was this energy when tenants were facing displacement and rent gouging after the fires? Where was this energy when tenants in my district lost their jobs as nannies and gardeners after the fires and had no idea how they were going to pay rent? Because I remember introducing an eviction moratorium for those people, and that died in council. It's hard not to notice when wealthy property owners need relief. We're willing to bend over backwards, jump through hoops, do flips, whatever it takes to meet their needs and desires. But when working class people and tenants need protection, suddenly our hands are tied and the political will is not there. I support relief for fire survivors. I believe it is our responsibility, but I do not support creating another loophole for the ultra wealthy while reducing funding for affordable housing, homelessness prevention, and tenant protections. So I'm voting no because the city facilitates everything and anything for the super rich while it buries the working people of Los Angeles in process and protocols, and I cannot in good conscience support that. Thank you.
That's a great shirt, Love for Wings. Yeah, Job for 9 bought it for me.
Council President, colleagues.
Oh, she
this
dyed her hair.
ordinance Has been a
Bro,
long
that's
time
way
coming,
dark.
all the way back to last February. I want to thank the Palisades community, many of whom I know are listening, for their advocacy and patience as we fought to make this promise of relief a reality. I especially want to thank Councilwoman Yaroslavsky for waiving this and Council President for ensuring that we could hear this today before our recess. And colleagues, I want to thank you all as well for your continued support of this devastated community. For those of you who came to the Palisades in the aftermath of the fire to stand with me and to bear witness after the worst disaster in our city's history, like me, you will never forget what you saw.
You didn't lose your home.
That wreckage still lingers.
Smoke.
And as I've said many times before, this rebuild is not voluntary, not for anyone. Palisades residents weren't able to plan ahead or save up for what happened on January 7th. Thousands were dropped by their insurance companies prior to the fire, and those who were lucky enough to still have insurance, for many of them it wasn't enough. Time, options, and money are running out. For some victims, because of the lack of insurance or access to resources, or just because of timelines, bureaucracy, the regulatory hell that so many are still trapped in, or because of family status or age or any other multitude of reasons, they have no choice but to sell.
Darth Doodoo, you're right.
They're not selling to profit. They're not selling because they want to. They are selling because they have already lost everything, and there's nothing left.
And a year and a half later.
Putting this tax
Year and a
on
half later.
These folks who are trying to recover and reckoning with the fact that some of them just aren't coming home is just unspeakably cruel. The exemption is already narrow. It is the product of hundreds of community meetings, extensive legal advice, and extensive policy development. This ordinance is already strategically narrowed and customized. It's an exemption that applies in very narrow circumstances to original owners and first transactions for 5 years only for residential properties. This is the least we can do as this community continues to recover. I know it has been a long road, and I appreciate your continued support. I ask for your aye votes today. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other speakers.
Year and a
let's
half
open the
later,
roll on
still
this
ain't got
item.
shit done.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote. All right. what's next?
Everybody but Hamburger Hernandez.
Thank you. For item 117, the ordinance will be held
The
over
pig
for a second
said
reading
no.
to Tuesday, August 4.
Everybody but the pig.
Next, I understand
Where was
there is
that
a new
energy?
motion for
Where was that
118.
energy? Where was that energy? Fucking like a little kid. Matching
Hold on one
energy.
second, everybody. We're going to figure out.
That's why our
what's
cities
happening.
ran like a fucking toilet. Just shit getting flushed. Shit getting flushed. Money and shit
Thank you.
getting
Item
flushed.
number 118 is before council.
All right. Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to ask colleagues that we note and file this, but first I just want to speak briefly to the ULA process and where we are. So over the last few weeks, we came closer than many people want to admit to losing ULA outright and severely limiting our ability to levy new local transfer taxes in the future because of closed-door negotiations in Sacramento. People were willing to gamble on one of the most progressive revenue tools this city has, and all California cities have, a transfer tax, and we only barely avoided what I think was a bad outcome. The whole thing was reckless and entirely avoidable. And one of the worst parts of the whole process was we weren't even at the negotiating table on behalf of Los Angeles. We abdicated that responsibility to Sacramento and to special interests, as we too often do, and got entirely cut out of those negotiations. I'm thankful that the statewide measure is off the ballot for now because I think it went too far. It would have cut ULA from 5% down to 0.95%, and it would have capped our city's ability, our transfer taxes at 1.5% forever. But if we think the fight is over, we're kidding ourselves. Because while the fix in Sacramento went too far for a lot of us, it was attempting to address a very real problem. The pressure
Finkel was
behind
Einhorn.
ULA reform is
Einhorn
not going
is
to
Finkel.
go away because the valid concerns from people who build housing are not going away. And we will keep finding ourselves back here if we don't show courage, get ahead of it, and make a reform we and housing builders can live with. The other option is to bury our heads in the sand, tinker around the edges, but ultimately pass the buck and wait for the next billionaire-backed attempt to repeal ULA outright in 2028.
It's a man, baby.
And make no mistake, colleagues, I very much believe that that's coming. And if we choose that route, it will be entirely our fault. In case I haven't been clear, I am incredibly supportive of the work ULA funds: affordable housing, homelessness prevention, tenant protections. I want to protect as much of that funding as possible. And I want to acknowledge the really good work of the ad hoc committee. These are not easy questions to answer, and I know they all showed up and worked incredibly hard to try and find the right balance. But if we want ULA to survive, colleagues, we have to be honest about what is not working in the program, the unintended negative consequences of it. Los Angeles currently taxes a $100 million mansion in Bel Air the same way as a $100 million new housing project in Palms that creates hundreds of new housing units. And that makes absolutely no sense. And most people, many of whom thought they were voting for a mansion tax, understand the difference. When we treat them the same,
not
we're
Russian.
choosing to make housing
She's
production more expensive. Sometimes that means new housing doesn't
Can you
pencil
see
out
an
at
Adam's
all,
apple? I'm trying
and
to
it doesn't
see.
get built. Sometimes it means the costs are passed on to tenants in the form of outrageous rent prices that only rich people can afford, all in the middle of a housing crisis. And as budget chair, I think this part is, for me, particularly important. I think all of us should care about this. We are choosing to kneecap other key city revenue streams by not acting. Property tax growth has stalled because when properties aren't sold, they aren't reassessed. Our city transfer tax, which is set at 0.55% and brings in hundreds of millions of dollars each year to our general fund, hasn't grown as quickly as it was growing pre-ULA because people are avoiding buying and selling properties because of ULA.
Spammer's gone. He
Moreover, when new construction is down, so are park fees, affordable housing linkage fees, and school district funding. And the thing is, we don't even have to guess what the fix is. The people who build multifamily housing have told us again and again what they need to get housing production moving. We don't have to give them everything. We don't have to trust them completely. But if we can give them something meaningful and a meaningful amount of what they need, preserve
she
most
just
of
dyed her
ULA,
hair, too.
and get housing built, then we should do it. Because that is what it means to govern. It means finding a compromise that protects this really important program before someone else comes along, we know who it's going to be, and wipes it out entirely. I don't think that what ultimately came out of committee gets us there. I don't think it goes far enough, which is why I voted no. But I understand that without the threat of the Howard Jarvis measure on the ballot, the political will to send this to the ballot isn't there. That's disappointing, of course, but I get it. And we have time now, colleagues, to try and figure out ourselves what we think will get us there before it's done for us again. Because I think we're going to be right back here in 2 years unless we start to proactively act to address the valid challenges with ULA. So colleagues, that's why I'm moving to note and file this item today and hope that we can all work on this going forward in a really intentional way and with a lot of urgency, because it's really quite important. Thank you.
Quite
Seconded
important.
by Councilmember
Better
McCosker.
vote
I have
my way.
Councilmember Jurado on the queue? No? All right. Thank you so much, members. This process has been among many of the issues that we had this term, one of the more difficult. It has a lot of sides. It's very complicated. Lots of very adamant
could be in the
and
WNBA.
well-sourced interest groups on all sides of it. And I think I appreciate Councilmember Yaroslavsky's comments and agree with much of what she said, and also want to call out Councilmember Jurado for stepping in and leading the committee in what was a tough moment in this council to figure out
look at her
this
little
issue.
arms crossed.
I agree that what we have is not the total package. It's not everything that's needed. But I also want to note, for our friends on all
Watch her
sides, for our
face.
friends in labor and our friends on the business side, the answer isn't let's just do nothing and pretend like the data in front of us isn't real. And that's what some advocates asked us to do. And then on the other side, people said, well, we don't want to pay taxes and we don't want to pay workers. We don't want to pay prevailing wage and we don't want to pay the tax. And to that side, I say, I understand you need to save money, but why does it always have to come from the people? You never come to us and say, why don't you cap insurance rates in the city of California? Or why don't you ban investors from requiring so much profit on the money they invest in housing?
You won't
And
get
so
it done.
I just encourage folks on all sides,
That's
we
why.
can all do a little bit better. And if we all do a little bit better, we have a chance of coming up with a better solution that will actually work for our city and get our people housed, which I believe is completely within our reach and with our capacity. And with that, seeing no other members on the queue,
not
Madam
one
Clerk,
thing
do we
running
need to
right.
vote on
Not
this note
one
and file,
thing.
or can we accept it without objection?
Everything's
The council
always
can
a
please
problem.
take a vote on motion Yaroslavsky
Always.
McCosker to note and file item 118.
All right, let's open the roll on note and file, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
That's why you don't need more than 15, which they voted to not
right, what's next?
expand, which was good.
Next is item number 121, called special by Councilmember Hernandez for comments.
Oh, here she goes.
All right, let's open the roll, close
Excuse
the
me,
roll.
for comments, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, for comments? Councilmember Hernandez? Bureau of Street Lighting? Nothing? Okay, all right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next is a question whether to substitute item number 123.
All right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Yeah, Jonathan Grady ain't
14
here.
ayes.
I think he's in court. Grady accused himself. He up in that court. You big dummy. Everybody's leaving now. She's too busy eating. I don't know. I didn't even see if she probably does that. Yeah, it looks like she's got some food on her desk over there for us. She was eating earlier. Oh, she's getting up.
All right, just for the record, in as much as item Magic
M&M?
has been noted and filed, that is not a
Item
part
M&M.
of our motion to provide lettering, if that makes sense to folks.
M&M.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
I wanted to offer an amendment for the substituted 123.
Shut up, Meg.
More time, remember.
An amendment for the substitute on 123.
Okay, okay.
So I would like to amend on the sixth measure to change the charter amendment from RP to PRK.
Got it, to park, okay. That's seconded by Councilmember Hernandez, and you got a letter thing too?
Yes, I would like to change the first one on that list from FE to TT. I mean TE.
FE
okay.
to gravy.
T is in train and E is in elephant?
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, any other
gravy.
letters? Councilmember McCosker.
As long as we're all being clever here, The seventh measure, instead of PX, which sounds like prescription, can we make it PRT?
PRT and PRK? All right. She's cutting it close.
Airport, Port of LA.
All right. Park Ranger Train for that one. Any other changes, folks? All right, Madam Clerk?
Thank you. So just to confirm Mr. McCosker's amendment, is there a second to that one?
Second.
Thank you. So then the substitute motion before council, substitute motion Harris, Dawson, McCosker, as amended by motions Rodriguez, Hernandez, Hernandez, Rodriguez, and McCosker, Harris, Dawson is now before council.
All right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council has motions for posting and referral.
One more time.
The council has motions for posting and referral.
All right, they're posted and referred. Councilmember Park.
Council President, on item
Look
number
at Spindler.
118, can you register me as a no vote?
Look at Spindler right here.
All right. That was for the note and file for the, got it. So we'll
Just
register.
pacing around, having his coffee.
Councilmember Park is a no vote.
Gotta love
Madam
it.
Clerk?
Thank you. That will be 13 ayes and 1 noes, and the item still passes to note and
I wonder
file.
if Herman's still there.
All right, I got Councilmember Rahman.
I had an announcement.
Okay, anybody got business?
There's
Councilmember McCosker?
Just for clarity and for the record, on the 123, we removed the second measure, tax, MM?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and we stated that on the record. All right, any other business, folks? Note and files, urgent forthwiths, happy dances. All right. Motions are posted and referred. Announcements, members. We'll begin with Councilmember Rahman.
Oh!
Thank you so much, Council President. Today, I just wanted to rise because the Council District 4 office is
Come
saying
on, I
farewell
don't
to
use
someone who's been
toilet
a
paper. I
fixture
just
in our
fucking
office
use my
since we
hand
started, our
and then
Deputy
wash
District
my
Attorney
hand and
Walker
then
King.
shake your hand.
Walker was a volunteer. Yes.
Thank you, Walker, for fucking being here right next to me and doing all my work for me.
Walker was a
Getting all the
volunteer on my
coffee
very
I
first
wanted and I was
campaign
too
during
lazy to
COVID
fucking go
led
and
phone
get.
banking
Thank
for
you
lots
very
of
much for doing
volunteers
nothing else
who
and
have
taking a
told
lot
me
of
over the
our
years how
city's
much they learned
taxpayer
about
money.
Walker's musical tastes because he would play that during the phone banks and actually learned to love it and learned a lot about music. His tenacity and passion for making Los Angeles a place that we're really proud to call home made him a very easy early hire and has been an incredible addition to the Council District 4 office ever since. He helped whip our office into shape when we first returned
Don't
to
you
City
mean
Hall
VIP, not whip?
post-lockdown,
I think it
and
is
he's
VIP.
been
You
indispensable
will be
ever
whipping?
since. During his time in office, he's kept our Council District 4 operations and administration running smoothly, and his willingness to work with every department and sometimes hassle every department, from the Bureau of Street Services to the Office of the City Clerk, has made it easier for our field deputies to solve problems and keep projects moving. Walker has demonstrated incredible care, compassion, and collaboration in his work, and he's been an incredible
Wait, is that the guy
liaison
that
to
the
help
Lakers
Council
just picked
District
up
4
today,
residents
Walker
navigate
Kessler?
the dynamics of city bureaucracy. Among his many contributions, I did want to
The
share
Lakers
he was
just got
instrumental
him
in
today.
establishing an arts grant program that we did in
What to
partnership
do, this Laker?
with DCA, which gave $300,000
Where's
to
Rob
artists and art
Quanford
organizations
for
in Council
confirmation?
District 4 during a time of great need, and it was really incredible, including supporting local theaters and people who had faced real challenges
Thank
as a
you,
result of
Sandeep.
COVID and the wildfires.
Shut the fuck up now, please.
Council District 4 is better for having had the opportunity to work with you, Walker.
Shut
I'm
up,
emotional
bitch.
at seeing you go, but so excited for your next journey as you head to NYU to earn a master's in public administration. You're going to be dearly missed by our team, especially by our entire field team who is here today, our council district, and our city as a whole. So thank you, Walker. And on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, we wanted to present you with this certificate. And
Thank you, Walker, Texas Ranger. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your service to our
Walker
our great
Kessler
city.
for the
It's
Lakers.
truly,
Thank you
truly
very
appreciated.
much.
Thank you, Councilmember Rahman. Other announcements?
Yeah, they
Councilmember
just
McCosker.
traded him from the Jazz today.
Thank you very much.
He's the newest Laker.
This weekend
Oh,
we'll
look at
celebrate the
Spither.
4th of July, but as always, on the 5th of July, we will celebrate Bloody Thursday in the harbor area.
Of course.
Bloody Thursday harkens back to the 1934
What did the Democrats
West
do on
Coast
that day?
strike. And that Bloody Thursday, July 5th, was saw the deaths of several workers in San Francisco. And this is honored every year by the ILWU and other locals up and down the coast. But what is little known,
Apparently
and
it's
what we
decent.
remember it in the harbor area, is
Patrick.
that just months earlier,
He's got a
there were
good
two
D and he's
killings of
good
workers,
rebounder.
ILWU
That's
workers,
what they
or
need.
longshore workers, in San
Maybe the
Pedro.
newest big man, and I guess
we
Aiton
consider
is
that
gone.
to be first blood. And on every July 5th, the ILWU
And then you have,
and other
what's his
and
name,
families and supporters get together.
Luca?
And
And,
visit
what's
the
his
graveside
name? The
of
kid they
those,
just
two
signed. I forget his
individuals,
fucking name.
John Knutson and Dickie Parker, who
Austin
were killed
Reeves.
in May of that same year.
All white players.
And we honor their memory.
The Lakers going all white,
We
bruh?
take a procession
What's happening?
from the cemetery in the
The
gateway.
last time your team had the
of
starting
1-5,
three
down
out
to
of
the harbor
5
area.
were white.
And we consider that the first blood run.
Whoa.
And then at the Memorial Hall, we together celebrate Bloody Thursday. So that'll be on July 5th. It's a very somber event.
He's
but
red.
We also
It
recognize
looks like he might drink. I don't know.
Collective action and workers.
Kind of
fighting
got that
for
red bulbous
wages,
nose.
hours, or working conditions,
He
and
got
safety
that
on
red
docks.
Santa
So
Claus
I just
nose.
wanted to make sure that we all remember that on July 5th. Folks would be welcome to come down to the Memorial Hall midday in Wilmington. If you're there, we'll welcome you. No hats allowed in the Memorial Hall. If you're not there, just remember John and Dickie, John Knutson and Dickie Parker, who gave their lives for the effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McCosker. Councilmember Jurado?
Thank you, Council President.
who are the other two I'm
As we head
missing?
into recess, I want to take
Double
a
E.
moment to reflect on the work
I got
that
Luca,
we've begun
Kessler,
and the
and
work
Reeves.
that's still
Who are
ahead
the
in
other
Boyle
two
Heights and East LA.
that I'm missing?
Today marks 2 weeks since the fire began. While the flames are out, recovery is far from over. Families are still living with odors, disruption, uncertainty, and very real concerns about public health, cleanup, and accountability. Residents want to know what's happening, who's responsible, what comes next, and how they'll know the cleanup is being done safely. They want clear information they
A
can
year and a half
understand,
later, the cleanup.
a recovery they can trust, and the confidence that every agency is working together to protect public health. Those aren't unreasonable expectations.
Oh, man,
They're
that's a
exactly
warehouse
what
fire.
government should
Sorry.
deliver. And that's why over the past week, I've introduced a package of motions to strengthen our emergency response and recovery effort. These motions were shaped by conversations with residents, community organizations, small businesses, environmental justice advocates, faith leaders, and our city and county partners who have been working alongside the community since day one. Together, they respond to the 3 things asked for most.
Hold on, Fox
1,
Body.
relief. We're expanding smoke remediation and public health resources, strengthening emergency communication, and helping ensure families, workers, and small businesses can access the support they need. 2, we're answers. We're strengthening environmental transparency and accountability, reviewing oversight systems, and demanding greater transparency throughout the cleanup and recovery process. And 3rd, we're focused on longer-term protections, improving emergency preparedness, strengthening coordination
Oh,
across
Dalton
agencies,
Connect?
expanding multilingual emergency
still there?
communications,
I thought they
and
got- I
making
thought he
sure we're
went
better
somewhere.
prepared the next time a community faces an environmental
That could be a
emergency.
4th.
And at the end of the day, this comes down to something
need
very
one more.
simple. Boyle Heights and East LA residents deserve relief, answers, remediation, and accountability. These motions are an important first step toward delivering exactly that. They won't end this recovery, but they can help make it stronger and more community-centered.
I wish I was there so I could roll
Recovery
my
will
eyes
continue
up.
throughout the recess, and so will our on-the-ground work. Today, we're launching free mobile health clinics in Boyle Heights, East LA, and other impacted community. These clinics are free, require no appointment, and are open to residents in both the city of LA and the county of LA. Boyle Heights residents can also find latest recovery updates, public health information, air quality data, and available resources on the city's new Boyle Heights Recovery webpage. Please visit emergency.lacity.gov/Boyle Heights Recovery. And finally, to the people of Boyle Heights, East LA, and everyone who has been living through this, thank you for raising your voice. Thank you for chipping in. Thank you for holding all of us accountable. We know that these
No, she'd be
hard
Holden
times
Clit.
and your experiences have been really difficult.
Her last name
and
would
you'll
be
continue
Clit.
to
Holden
guide what's
Clit.
next in this process as we seek accountability, and that is my commitment to you. And colleagues, I hope that all the energy that we've harnessed for others that are fire survivors also extend and have the same energy for the folks on the east side. So thank you for all of your support.
Thank you.
In the recovery process. Each of your offices contributed staff, time, and support, and without exception and without fail, you all were there. So I really do want to thank the city family and all of the council offices for the support.
Fox Body King.
Thank you.
This is a
Councilmember Dorado. On
sherbet
behalf of this council, I just wanna
bong. This was
congratulate you for
actually a
stepping up
collab
and
between a special
representing
glass
your
maker.
community well, but also this council
That's
well.
why it's all made of pencils.
You know, unfortunately,
they're
you're
like
now
little
part
pencils.
of a sorority of women on this council who
this
have dealt
this
with
bong
huge
was
fires.
given to me by my friend as a
Councilwoman
gift
Rodriguez
for my
sort of
birthday.
led the way, and then Councilmember Park had to step up in a big way.
this
and
is
now
just
you've had to step up in a big
dude.
way.
If this
And
thing
so,
broke,
thank you for
I
that,
could never get
and,
another
we're all
one
very proud of the work
because it
that
was
you've
two
done.
glass
Councilmember
makers
Blumenthal.
in the molten and sherbet that
Thank you.
did a
Don't
collab
wanna start
together
a whole
and created
chain
this
here, but
bong.
I want to make the announcement on July 4th.
Richard, thank you, Richard.
The best fireworks in the city of Los Angeles. I know I'm going to get a lot of buttons for that. Can be found.
You just lit up the whole
custom
board.
about
Yes,
it.
in the west
Here, I'll
San
show you
Fernando Valley. This is the annual and will be the last, unfortunately, Blumenfield Fireworks Extravaganza that we do every year. We get like 50,000 people. It's an incredible fireworks display. It's the Warner Center, come one, come all, food trucks, music. The music leading up to the fireworks is going to be Dr. Wu, which is the music of Steely Dan. They're a tribute band. Other emerging artists as well. It's going to be a great time, so I urge anyone and everyone to come to the park, Warner Center Park, July 4th.
Yeah, to
And
be
then
honest,
you still wanna
I was
go
cleaning this
enjoy
bowl
soccer, come
and I
the next
chipped
day
the bottom
to,
of it. Thankfully,
Ladder
it
Park,
still
where we've got
works.
the World Cup going.
And I had to
So
hit
see you
up
on the
sherbet to
Thank you
make
so
me a
much.
new
Other
one,
announcements,
a new
members?
ball, a
All right, seeing
piece,
none,
a
I'll
new
ask that
bowl.
everyone in the chamber rise
he made me one.
reverently
Look at him,
for
look at him, look at him,
adjourning
look at him.
motions. And I'll look to my right and look to my left. All right, members, I
All right, that's it for
want to
today.
ask that we adjourn this meeting in the memory of the beloved.
All right, that's it. That is it for today, ladies and gents. At least we got a good meeting in before the end of this or before this big break of what do you call it? What do you call it? Summer break. Jesus Christ, can't even think right now. So summer break. Just so you guys know, this is the last. What do you call it? The last meeting that we'll have until August. just so you know, they took the entire month off. Yeah. So don't think, okay, well, we're not doing it anymore or anything. So need to realize these people love to take, a week off here, 2 weeks off there, and now it's another month. So that's how they did it. So yeah, I just want you to know that. Now, again, we'll still be live for Smoke and Scan. We'll still be our regular schedule. And since we won't be doing any city council, what I'm thinking is maybe bring Smoke and Scan during the week back, maybe on Wednesday or something. Try something a little different. I don't know. We'll just see. I mean, there's no rules to it. Why can't we? I don't really want to do back-to-back days. Thursday, Friday. So I figure Monday got to be way too slow. We know Tuesday's not good anymore, and it used to be. So maybe we try Wednesday, and I'll bring it back for then, so that way you guys still get a little more something. Since we'll be missing out on the LA City Councils, if that makes any sense. I think that might work, right? I mean, since we're so low on chases too, every chase seems to fucking die out before we can get there. Or when it does get there, we're, really not that all intrigued by it anyways. So there's that too. Yeah, do like a hump day. It'd be fun to do hump day, fucking hump day fun. Why not? Oh, wow, okay. Wow, okay. So, I might have to do this. Okay, see, I didn't realize what they did. Okay, so I wasn't. So Elbow Room put up cameras on the second floor where we're always missing, but they made it a members only content where we have to pay $5 a month for the access. So I'm thinking I might as well just take, one $5 dono and throw it their way, and you know what I mean, and get that going. What do you guys think? That way we get access to the top. I think that would be a smart decision. I don't know. I mean, it would be a tax write-off. It would be that. Flour, yes. See, this is it right now. It's pretty dead. Sausage factory at the moment. But the beach is across the street, and it is 4:24. So, I don't know. You can get some hot chicks rolling in. It is summer break, right? Apparently, they've been making ads locally, like it's, hey, are you having a bachelorette party? Come on down. So that they're really pushing the bachelorettes to come on down, which I think is a great idea. I like when I see the train of ladies rolling in and shit. That don't anger me none. In fact, I likes that. Quite the opposite. So, yeah. It's a bro party. We'll give it a second. We'll see while I finish my bowl here.
Smoke.
No show until Friday unless there's a chase. Ian, let's go. Oh, Ian, you're the best.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
Ian just throw me
Folds,
5 bounce.
wiggle wiggle.
So I'm gonna pay for that for the first month. Ian's got the first month on us. We're gonna get the full member access to that joint. Cause I've been dying to see what's going on up there. And that'll give us a whole cause it could be like all straight penis on this level and then all good up top, if you know what I mean. All good up top. All the ladies up there. Mm-hmm. So, that's what I'm saying. Could be, they're like levels to this shit. We'll see. Yes, Fort Lauderdale, Adam. This is the Elbow Room. This place is pretty awesome, dude. 2 years in a row when the fucking Florida Panthers won the fucking Stanley Cup. I mean, the first place they took that shit. Day one. They took it nowhere else. It came here. And they were filling it up with beer. Okay? Pouring the beer off of the second level down to the people on the ground, and they were trying to drink it. And I would have tried it. Fuck. I hate that shit, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to drinking out of the Stanley Cup, you don't get that chance too many times in your lifetime. That's a trophy that people have touched for almost 100 years. The same people that have won it all won the same one and get a day with it. So they chose to bring it here. So I guarantee you they have some sort of connection with the Florida Panthers. And they did it 2 in a row. 2 years in a row when they won back-to-back. Of course, they didn't win this year. They were dethroned by Lisa's team, Carolina Hurricanes. So, yeah, man. That's what they did, Raz? Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what's cool. There's so many cool stories. People taking it in a canoe fishing, just all kinds of fun stuff. They took it into the bars in New York when the Rangers won. And they just random bars. They were bar hopping with it. Allowing people to just drink from it. I mean, bro, that's just the coolest shit. I would have drank from that shit without a fucking doubt. And I want a picture, a video of that shit so I can remember it when I can't remember. So, yeah, man. I saw it a few times. It was here, and I saw it when it was here in 92 and 04. So they had it on display at the Marriott where you could actually go see it when we were playing Montreal. So that was kind of fun. Took pictures with it. I mean, they don't let you hold it, but you know what I mean. It's roped off and you just stand next to it. fucking full security team standing there. Oh boy, in the gloves, not touching it, you're just, shining it up, making sure it's not a fingerprint on it. Kimmy, let's go. Hey, thank you guys. So there's 5 months right there. I appreciate you, and I'm sure Elbow Room appreciates it because now they're about to get money, and hopefully you guys sign up to their shit and get the stream on when we ain't on. You can watch the Elbow Room in the members only places. I'm gonna go here one day though. If I'm ever with Steph and we're in fucking Fort Lauderdale for some odd reason, I think it's too small of a town. You know what I mean? I know it's a decent sized city, but I think it's too close to, I don't know. It's too close to the beach. No bands are playing in Fort Lauderdale unless they're like small bands, like these kind of guys that are playing bars. Like, I don't think there's any arenas, I should say. That's probably what I should have said. I don't think there's many arenas in Fort Lauderdale. I'm sure they're in other adjacent cities. You know what I mean? That's why you go to Tampa, Florida, right? You go to Tampa Bay, there's big. Miami, right? Jacksonville. So I think those are the bigger cities that have football stadiums and or arenas. Yeah. Erica knows I hate body cams. Oh, man. Yeah, body cams catch everything now, man. I'll tell you that. You gotta watch what you say. Adam Jason. That's who it is. It sure ain't Jason Jenkins. Jason Jenkins needs to be up in that joint, man.
Jason Jenkins.
Shout out to Jason. What a fucking legend, dude. What a fucking legend. Of course he got in. I don't know how that dude does it. Like, of course he got in. God, and I'll tell you what. You could see the disdain on fucking Milk Dud's face. Goes to show you how, I mean, dude, anti-free speech. These are people that also voted for him. They want to talk to him. They're concerned about what's going on. You know? It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. You paid to listen to that shit. And it's a good salary, too. It's $250,000. Jason is magical. He sure is. It's like David Copperfield. Or David Blaine. Or all the other David musicians that I can't think of. Oh, it's definitely worth this sugar. It's definitely worth the rewind. Oh yeah, you're gonna get some tasty comments. And like I said, look at the way they brought it in the day before. They were forced to. You could tell, and the way he even talked about it. The government forced us. The state forced us. Forced our hand to do this, but they didn't do anything about them saying those bad words. Man, if you didn't highlight the words, he'd never say it. I guarantee you he wouldn't. It's the fact you keep telling him to not say it, he's going to say it. Because you can't do anything about that. All you can do is insert your little rule, which again is probably still a Brown Act violation. Lucky you're not getting sued. These dudes are going to get a fucking house. They're going to get $100,000. Well, I don't know. The lawyer's going to take fucking 40 probably. They'll get 60 grand, 70 grand, somewhere in there. Could buy a little house in a small town somewhere, some other state. Yeah, Milk Dud hates it, Art, and we can see it. You know, I'm always talking about it, but you could actually see it. Right? You could feel his energy, as the kids like to say. He couldn't hide it. Either with, what's her name? What's her fucking Gerardo? When you could see her rolling those eyes up in her head while she was talking about how good they were doing for the city. Can't hide that. When Spindler was singling her out and she just put the newspaper up in her face like a little kid, couldn't face the music. I mean, you get paid to do these things. She's getting paid $250,000 to do that, and they're still sitting here eating. Fucking wild, dude. They just can't listen to the public. You know, because they're just power hungry. That's it. They got the power now. They don't need you anymore. They don't. Yeah, they hate people, for sure, Golf. That's exactly it. They really do. And I think it's just the full communist push. Get people on the crumbs. Get the masses on the crumbs. The masses will give you the votes. That'll keep you in power. So then you can do what you want. And you squander off the top. Or siphon, whichever word you'd like to use. Right? You get your cut off the top. Sorry. Get your cut off the top. And that's how that works. So yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah. It's a trip. It's a trip how it goes. Our city's ran like shit. Citizen Vigilante for sure. It's a good movie. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's on Amazon Prime. Citizen Vigilante. Pretty trippy movie, man. If only there was somebody like that. I mean, he's legit like Bane, and I think that's the dude that played one of the Winklevoss twins in that the Facebook movie, The Social Network or whatever the fuck it is called, something like that. Yes, AJ, what can I do for you? El Room, pretty farm. From Damon. Funny idea though. Okay. Did I hear about what happened in Germany after that movie was talked about? I did not, Ranger Bell. I did not. Someone said it was banned there in Germany. That's what I was told, and you know, it's a movie that I don't disagree with. I got to be honest, like, because really, when it boils down to it, people always look at the race and they play color lines. But really, when it all boils down to it, it's all about human beings acting a fool, right? Being wild, like a wild animal, and yeah. Things happen. You have consequences, right? There's consequences to your actions, or at least there should be. And again, then in the movie, that's why he's saying, "Did you get the justice you were seeking?" And almost always it was no. 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 Yes, Florida, right. So yeah, pretty trippy movie though, like I said. And it's all about human beings just being good. Had you not done those stupid things, you'd not have a guy hunting you down trying to kill you. It's kind of simple. He wasn't randomly targeting just random folks. These were people that had done things to other people and got away with it, including possibly a government official, right, in the movie. So, yeah, the guy from Interpol or whatever the fuck it was. Am I not coming on Friday? No. I'm gonna be live on Saturday for 4th of July. So we'll do a Saturday show. Interpol, right? Yeah. So pretty cool movie in that sense. I mean, I don't know. You know, it could be gory in some senses too, but again, you know, your consequences have actions, especially when you're harming other folks. Interpol. Sorry. Yeah. Jason was awesome. All right, is this done? Oh, no, still got a little. Yeah, no, I'll be home. I'll be home, Carlos. Just fucking doing eBay. Got like 12 packages to pack up. Get that done and ship. Get ready to ship. I got 4 packages that are lost. All this last 2 weeks. USPS has lost 4 cards. Just 4. Guitar guy is cool. That's Adam Jason. Adam Jason. Yeah, not much going on at the bar. Let's see. Not that we got much left to show, but let's see here. Oh, Tom. Let's take a look. This is live at Huntington Beach at the pier. It's quite breezy. As you can see, the beautiful American flags waving in the wind. It's a perfect 4th of July starter. Everybody out there, be safe, man, for 4th of July. Don't go fucking with the fireworks and blowing fingers off. You need all your digits. You need all your digits. And until you lose a digit, you don't know what you got until it's gone. So don't make that mistake. Keep all your digits. Let the dummies play with the fireworks. The ones who don't care about their digits. Oh, I'm sure it will. It always does, Cowboy. You'll hear them. We'll hear almost 50, 60 gunshot calls. Because again, it's not enough to just shoot the fireworks off. That only lasts so long, right? And really, what are you doing with fireworks, right? You're spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and just blowing it up in the air. That's it. I mean, you're legitimately going like this to your money. Let's just be honest with that. It's cool, it's fun, and I get it, but that's legitimately what it is. You're just lighting your money on fire and blowing it up in the air. In a more extravagant way than other than throwing it into a heap pile in your chimney, or your fireplace rather, sorry. You know what I mean? So that's legitimately what you're doing. I'm good on that. I'll watch the other folks do it. I don't got that much money where I just need to waste thousands of dollars blowing it up in the sky and possibly losing my fingers. Good on all that. I mean, I love fireworks. I'm not against them. I love them. They're beautiful. In fact, I think keep fireworks. Fuck drones. I don't want to see a drone show. Fuck your drones. Give me shit about your drones. I don't care. I really, really don't. I don't care, man. Fuck your drone. Give me firework. Good old firework. Give me that. Give me that. Big fat baby. Good boy. Good boy. You're a fatty catty and I love you. I don't love feet seams. He's a good cat. He's a good cat, even though he bites me in the face and makes me bleed. In front of everybody. Hunts me down, like literally fucking stalks me. But I get it, that's a part of a cat's, like, you know, DNA. To stalk things. This fool be stalking me in the house. Remember when you were a kid and your friends would be walking, you'd go behind them and you like kick your leg out kick their leg out so they'd kind of like trip a little bit. They wouldn't fall, but they would like stutter step. You know what I mean? I know you remember doing that or seeing it done, whether you did it or did not do it. He does the same thing. Now, he obviously isn't enough power to push my leg like that, but he's surely, I'm walking, and he'll just walk up and pat, just get one of my, the leg that's in back, out of nowhere. Wasn't doing anything, came out of nowhere like a little leopard or some shit. You know? Fucking weirdo. Man, look at that fucking boulder calf. Look at that shit, bro. Look. Nothing. Bang, son. Bang. Nothing. Bang. Bang. Stinking pot pie. My buddy. He's my buddy. Saw the sign unarrested. I won't be arrested. I will be with you shortly. Leg tumor. Well, that's what happens when you play years and years of ice hockey and street hockey, and then you ride skateboards. And when you weren't riding skateboards and playing hockey, you were fucking riding bikes. Now kids, they go out there, they got their fucking e-bike. I don't even, you know they ain't getting ones with no fucking pedals. And even if they are, they're nowhere near pedaling as the power like we used to do. 18-3, the Cubs are beating the Padres. Hopefully Gil isn't watching. Oh. Man, I told him, Padre, just legitimately, San Diego Padres, are you watching? Just hire me. I'll get the team right back on track. First move, we're getting rid of Machado for draft picks. Okay? I mean, again, we lose every year anyways. So we're going to move that contract right away because he's not a team guy. We might even have to move Xander Bogaerts. Because Xander's kind of like lost his way a little bit too, but I don't know. We might keep the X-Man. I don't know. But Machado's definitely the first go. Okay? We're going to gut that contract. And we're going to start rebuilding with our picks. We're bad anyways. What does it matter? We're already 10 games back. We're not even to the All-Star break yet. You're already 10 back. Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to e-bikes. I'd love to have a Sur-Ron, but I mean, the kids killed that barefoot. You know, you can't ride them now anywhere. They're completely illegal, so they look at it as an electric motorcycle. So now I need to go to 1-800-CC Rider to go get a license to ride a fucking electric scooter, essentially, or electric motorcycle. Yeah, that's what the state here is requiring. Why? Because then you have to get a license, which means more money for them, for the DMV. Then you have to register, more money for them. You have to insure it. Again, more money for their pals at the insurance company. Okay? So it's just a money generating machine, realistically. They don't care that the kids go cuckoo and crazy and hit somebody or whatever. That's not really about that. They'll just use that story as a grift, kind of like BLM does. Like old brother Keeley that was telling us about the 1-year-old baby that was shot and killed by the police in Alabama, apparently. Okay, they take these stories, like the kid that hit the like 75-year-old substitute teacher. He was subbing. He was in the parking lot of the school. Kid was riding a little reckless, allegedly, and he hit the old man. The old man fell over, hit his head. A few days later, died in the hospital from a brain bleed. So, yeah, and they charged the mother that bought the bike, and obviously the kid's a minor, so Yeah. So it's stories like that they use. They're winning 23-3 now. Bro, what's going on, dude? 23-3. Surprised it's not the Mets. I wish it was, though, so I could hear that guy Mike D'Agostino or something. D'Agadino. Does shorts on YouTube about fucking the Mets screaming and yelling, and it's fucking funny. Some New Yorker. Alright, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm out of here for now. Thank you guys for being super, super generous with all the huge donos. Okay, I appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, Kat. Huge donos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of you guys who donate your not only your money but your time invested in the show. I appreciate it. It's a lot of my time invested, so I appreciate you investing your time in it. Again, since we're not going to have a LA City Council meeting from now until literally like August 1st or something, I will be bringing back a show on probably Wednesdays. Now, I'm not going to do that this Wednesday, which is today, okay, but from this day going on. And again, keep the notifications on. Hopefully we get us a chase. I'm home doing eBay and shit, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm ready to jump back on in 6 minutes from right now, or 3 minutes from right now, if we get us a chase. So, as you can see, it's a beautiful, clear day at the beach. That is a live shot of Huntington Beach and the OC. It's a beautiful, clear day here. The AC's on, so I know it's hot. So enjoy the rest of your day. On behalf of old Stink Palm and myself, we're out of here for now. Keep the notos on. Thank you for the donos, the likes, the love, and the thumbs ups. They work and they are free. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Enjoy your day.
This party is officially over.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.